Welcome back to Anima, a field of flies. We are returning to the brave city of Terra Santa in its time of devious plight. I'll bring us in now. Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Stans,
Hi.
what did you just dab on us?
What?
I can't see you guys.
I swear to God, Stan, I will murder you, and I'll make sure that I won't use key to make sure.
Who's
I
just?
didn't do anything.
Okay. I will. I can't see the video, so Cager, you have to confirm.
I'm not
Goddamn.
pausing the recording just to check if Stans was dabbing on us. Let's just start the game.
Because it make you
Okay.
alive, she said yes.
Okay. Last we left off, you had just defeated a strange amalgamation of fleshy creatures that had arisen in Warhound Plaza. Bring us in closer.
We solely
Or-
caught that with one of them, I believe.
One of them is
There's
near
one
dead
left?
and on fire, and the other one is emerging from the ground this turn.
I thought I killed this one.
That one is near dead. It will take one more punch, or
Okay.
it might die to flames on this next coming turn.
Could you
Flames, you
reopen
say?
the initiative option so that we can know who's next? Thank you.
Well, we had just ended the turn, I believe, and we were going to roll for initiative again.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Alright, not a bad roll. Hey,
Woo!
nice. I'm gonna set my key back to normal. Yeah, because I spent 10 when I didn't actually need to. Just nice.
Zombie has 1,023.
I believe yes, I believe all of my rolls have been transferred to my
Nice job, Stan.
All right.
characters accurately. Yes.
Stands.
Oh yeah. Did Stand and Janice get pictures?
Of what?
Your
Did I?
characters.
Characters.
Oh, no.
Alright.
I cannot blame anyone, as I am of the worst with pictures. Right. What was? Did Janice roll her initiative?
No. Let me see.
I think I totally lost Semnis in all the twos and ones. There he is.
What?
122.
Oh no, I rolled after it all. 122.
Okay.
Oof. Nice. Nice roll.
All right. So who's first?
First at bat is wait a second. It's probably Omen, even though the numbers up there have changed.
It's Farron, because those are the wrong around. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
I do not have
That's what
Farron
you
on
want.
here.
Let me just move that so I can see what I'm doing. Another fireball. Yeah, fireball. No, actually, no.
Intensify the fire.
Actually, she's gonna have another peek and back. She's gonna peek back in the tavern and see if there's anything useful in there.
Well, honestly, there's a whole lot of alcohol in there. You don't really need to search for that. If you want to throw it on the burning zombies, that might help you out. But other
What
than that,
about? Hang on, sorry. What about Macklin's really big crossbow?
actually,
Does she see that?
Well, you look up on the shelf up on the mantle where it should have been, and it's gone. But you can see that is because Macklin himself is now like barging, like pushing tables aside with it in his hand, and he's about to set himself up on the window right there. You can actually see his icon right here.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, go Macklin. Yeah. To throw any of that liquor all the way over there, but yeah, sure, let's try. For that.
All right. What are you doing?
I want to throw a bottle all the way over there.
A bottle? All right. Now, for that, you will need to make an attack roll. And since I don't believe you're skilled with throwing objects of any kind,
No.
we're going to give you a negative 60 to this attack roll.
Yeah.
So this is a distance of 23 meters.
So 69 feet.
69 feet. That's a negative 10.
Nice.
You come in and you like wheel back to throw, and as it leaves your hand just a split second too soon, smashes over the thoroughfare, the entranceway, the doorway, and you are showered in little bits of glass and beer.
Ow.
Whoops.
No damage, but you smell like beer now.
I want to make a pose to like
I meant to do that.
double steam. Yeah, exactly.
Roll
I just
fire.
wanted to cool myself off from throwing all this fire. I really hope you don't like make any fire near you now.
My plan all along.
The villain of the body.
Not even good.
Well, it was moderate. You're still a lot more stylish than most people. You can
Most people covered in beer and like glass shards. Yeah.
yeah, you can like shake your head and there's like sparkles for just a second, but it sort of flops in your face at the end.
Hmm.
All right, is that good? Do you want to use Farron or am I good to move on to Janus?
Do you want us to share the same initiative then?
Did we discuss this last time? I think I'd be fine with that, but is there a specific reason? Does Farron go faster or slower?
I think Farron does go slightly faster. Yeah, it's like a plus 20, but like it doesn't really matter, I guess.
I will leave that entirely up to you. If you think it'd be more convenient for them to go at the same time, or if you want Farron to get their little bit of bonus.
I mean, you're the GM, so it's up to you.
All right. Well, in that case, for ease sake, let's have you both go on the same turn.
Okay,
Alright,
Farron's
so
gonna
all
go then.
familiars are going on the same turn then?
Well, Farron is. I was letting Jorls go because he is specifically really hampered, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always figured that Sheely sort of fights with their
Yeah,
summoner.
shields are less familiars and more extension of their of someone's magical potential
Actually-
and interconnection with magic most of the time.
That does raise that question though. If it wouldn't be like a pain to you, I'll say let's have her roll her own initiative while she's in soul form, because then she really is just a summon.
Yep.
No, she does have her own initiative in soul form. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's slow actually. So yeah, no.
Well,
She has been in her own initiative like up to this point as well, like in the last round.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
she didn't really have an icon.
so there was it.
she does now.
There's Farron over there. She's a floating fire, molten rock angel.
Going now then. So
I just want to say one thing. As somebody who plays a summoner, if it's not too much bother, I think we'd be at an advantage if you rolled the initiatives differently, because then there's more of a chance of open rolling and surprising our opponents.
True.
But that's
That's
just that's just me, and that's why I bothered to roll 3 initiatives. But
Fair enough.
oh, okay. I think Farron's on attack advice.
Okay.
Like one's a soul form, one's the other one.
Did you want to roll for her
The
initiative?
confusion is, yeah. By the way, it's not her next, it's Genus, I think.
All right. Janice, your
Yes.
turn. You are sort of near the fray. You're watching your work as one zombie burns to death, and the area around Zemnis is just kind of coated in fire.
Is the dead guy on the ground still dead with the ring?
The dead guy with the ring is definitely still dead.
Is the ring okay?
The ring looks fine. It was clear of the fire. You can, if you want to, you can grab it. Though it will take a theft check for you to grab it and not have anyone around you notice that you are snatching this ring. And of course, the only people to notice are the people fighting and this lady.
There's a lady?
Right up here. There's a lady right up here who's actually sort of like inching back towards the scene.
Why?
You're not sure yet.
Okay, I'll run past the guy and do a theft check, and then I'll run over to her.
Okay.
So like, yeah, that's about right.
I believe you could do that.
Run up and get in there, get in front of her, kind of thing.
Okay. Do you have the ability to move your token, like, effectively?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you did or you're still having trouble with it.
No, that wasn't me.
That was me.
Okay, so first a theft check to see if I can steal the ring.
Well, whether or not you can steal it is not the question. Whether or not people notice you stealing it is the question.
Should we do a notice
Oh, yes.
check?
Anyone who wants to can make a notice check.
Yeah, any
My character
modifiers?
won't.
Yeah, we should probably have a penalty because of the distracting combat happening.
Yeah,
Well,
and any
I've been giving people negative 40s for the obvious distraction. However, I believe it is also a negative 30 for someone else to notice a theft. Another negative 40 for somebody else to notice another person being robbed. So you guys are at negative 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about me? Any modifiers for me? Stealing and dashing.
Technically negative 25.
Okay.
Is that negative 70 or negative 80? You
You
said 40
guys,
and 30.
I'm
I
sorry.
got a
I said 30 and corrected myself to 40. It will be negative
Okay,
80 total.
I got a 133 theft.
133 theft. All right.
Pretty sure I
stand
didn't
if
notice you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character isn't
Baron's
paying
looking, so-
attention. He's just fighting the thing.
Yes, you would be particularly hard pressed to notice. All right, so you slip this man's ring off as you're tearing past and get in front of the woman who seems like who startles backwards as you come closer.
Why are you coming? Why are you still here? I ask her.
She like points like a kind of slightly shaking hand over her shoulder and says, "Is that Ban?"
Oh my god.
Yes, it is. I can set up an autograph later for 5 silver.
Well, I figured if he's here, it's probably safest to be in the plaza.
That's debatable. You still want to stay back.
You just hear a band. Ah! Fucking punching me in the skull.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's an angry boy right now.
Yeah.
Angry. All right. Do you have anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nah, just that if she wants an autograph later, it'll be 5 silver.
Maybe.
Excellent.
Farron's turn.
Yeah, okay. Going all out this time, I guess. Omen doesn't exactly give it orders, so it just kind of does what it thinks best, which in this situation is going to be like use both of its attacks.
Sounds good. Both of its attacks. Isn't one an area attack?
It's also not exactly what I wanted to do.
Hang
so,
on, I'm gonna refresh.
No. Wait a sec.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's an army. Let's see.
Hey,
Hello.
we can
Now
see
I
you.
can see you.
Mods.
Mm,
First attack.
Is that on this one closest to you here?
Yeah, they are both on the one which isn't right next to Ban. They don't explode or anything, but just to be safe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stands, it's not a real anime attack if you're not yelling the name of your attack when you're using it. Scrub.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry.
Waldo.
Waldo! Fucking
Everyone
wing,
here is in
pandemonium.
JoJo but me.
God, I really need, like, I'm really debating just breaking up the trilogy if Ban dies, and instead just doing a stand-based character.
No, please don't.
You know,
Everyone would be
TJ,
magicians,
you know how I am about summons and how well I can create them.
We know you're trashy, just we know you're trashy, you don't need to prove it to anyone.
But the stands would be amazing.
Did you make both attacks or just the one?
No, so I've just made the one. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you
Might just kill it.
Alright, it's fire based. That
Yep.
will be 160% damage of 100, so 160 damage. That is critical again.
It's critical regardless. So
Oh yeah, it is.
That-
Sorry, automatic.
that's ignoring AT as well, is it?
It is. Nope, I'm sorry. I should have seen that -5. So it's 190 damage. Critical
Okay, so
plus
add
190.
30 to that, so 263 is the total level.
All right. Let me see. You can roll location. It's an arm. It like just barely reaches out of the ground, and then you shoot one of its arms off, and it like collapses to the ground, still twitching and burning. And at the exact same time, this one beside Ban is going to succumb to fire damage.
Or just dies.
Finally.
Yes. It was hurt before, and it's also taking damage resistance fire damage, which is a lot higher than normal fire damage. It will be Gabriel's turn, and also, well, unless you wanted Farron to do another attack or do something else while she's there.
I did, yeah. I'm just going to use the other attack, obviously.
Yes.
Right Ring Chaos.
Do you want to destroy the others, like finish off the other zombie then before it burns out?
But is the one I was attacking before dead or?
Yes, the critical kills it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, attack the other one then.
All right. That is even more. Oh, I thought that was a 2. Still, that is enough to do 150% damage, which is 150. And it was about to succumb to 50 fire damage, so this one too will be destroyed. And there's just a whole bunch of fire in this area.
Yeah.
I see you measuring. Make your stinking willpower check.
I
Make it with all you have.
had to measure it, no. Okay, I make it. Oh, thank God.
Okay. Thankfully, it is really not much trouble for you. The building seems to be unstable, but you don't know if it'll collapse the next minute or the next 10. Either way, you can sweep inside very easily and make your way out with the young gentleman. He seems to be the apprentice of the man here who was trapped inside. There was.
All right. Also, you recover 4 points of fatigue on Gabriel's turn, Ban.
Thank you.
Ginas?
Yes.
Do you as a player know a little bit about the fatigue points system? Because I don't think you spent any, but so it's going to be a lot about like how I help out this team as a support. Basically, you can spend up to 2 fatigue points per turn, unless you have a special key power for it. Every point that you spend, you can spend it for physical actions, and each of them gives you a plus 15 to your actions. So, for example, if you really, really want to hurt somebody, you can, or defend yourself, you can spend 2 fatigue points to give yourself a plus 30 to attack or defense, or most of the physical skills. As long as you don't fall below 4, you will not have any penalties.
Gotcha.
And my power is basically being able to regenerate people's fatigue points very quickly. So don't hesitate to spend until the 5th point, and like Gabriel will be like regenerating them for you.
Right.
All right. Okay. So are we out of combat now?
We have left combat.
All right. Joral. Joral is going to look right and left, making sure that fire has passed, and then he rushes over to the Slayer's body. And you can all hear him making the like starting to observe it and saying, "Oh, she's a beauty! Oh my God, I've never seen so much work being put inside of a necromantic beast like this. The person who must have done this must have been following must have a very, very good copy of the Necronomicon." And like, yeah, I start observing the Slayer and making observations. In the in the meantime, Idared is telling all of you, is like also heading there, but saying, I don't think all of the danger is past. If you get close, I could help you with a little bit of magic and awaken your true potential. And like, she's talking to both Jinas, Omen, and Ban.
Ban is just panting as his hair goes from red back to white, and he wipes off blood from his nose. He only took HP damage based off of his own anger.
Sacrifice damage, the worst kind.
Oh no, that doesn't count as sacrifice damage.
I think it does.
I don't believe so.
You might want to check.
If I use the blood of violence, it does, but not for anger unleashed.
I was checking that real quick, but you guys can continue on.
Okay.
Yeah. So I look to the woman and ask, "You still want to meet Ban?"
Who is that guy? And she kind of points to Jorl.
He's a kooky old man. We call him Grandpa.
Okay. I guess I would like to meet Ban.
Wonderful.
Ban, it's the same thing.
Wonderful.
Just different.
5 silver, please.
Oh, did you said 5 silver was for an autograph?
Okay, fine. 5 copper for a meeting.
I have a silver. And she like slide just 1 silver, which is 10 copper. She just doesn't have change.
So then, fine. I'll be nice and I'll give you change. I give
Thank
him. Yeah. Yeah. So I escort her over to Ban.
All right, come over here with her to Ban and Jorl.
I look at the woman as I literally am. I have the guy over my shoulder.
Wait, what guy? Oh, you're carrying the apprentice?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah.
Well, the
Uh,
apprentice is like he's been sort of completely shell shocked, but as you carry him
okay.
past his master, he just sort of like looks over at him with this gaunt look on his face. Vacant
Put a
eye.
hand, put a hand on his face. Not
Yeah.
good to look at the dead.
Hey, Bob, this is a fan of yours. Say hi.
I nod. Hello, my lady. How is your day going? Hopefully, there were minimal casualties.
Uh,
The day is about to get much worse.
what's going on?
What's going
Oh,
on?
don't listen. Oh, don't listen to Grandpa. He's crazy.
No.
I'm starting to pull out like one of the metal wires that are fused with the muscles of the Slayer, and and like as I'm like pulling it out, I say this is extremely worrisome. The original design of the Slayers in the Necronomicon had armor. These are protected by having metal wires inside of their muscles. Metal wires are a very new invention. This means whoever created these creatures is not just a necromancer, but also an engineer. And if they took the time to change a very old design like this to try to improve on it, it means that they have it. Nobody would change a design for just one creature and make experiments with new technologies like metal wire. This can only mean one thing: mass production. We have to get out of this. We have to get everyone out of this city.
Hold on a second. Hold on, old man. Okay, I don't know who you are or what you're talking about. These things are
This is
a lot more than you let on.
this is a slayer. It's a very old type of undead creature. I when I worked at the Inquisitorial Archives, I saw pages of copies of an old necromantic text that talked about those creatures. They're extremely dangerous, and
I reach over and pull and basically cram my hand into his mouth. Oh, Grandpa, they're going on about necromancers and whatnot. It's like his favorite pastime is to always try and cause a panic because he's a kooky old man. Because in a city that's on lockdown, you would and with dangerous people about, you wouldn't want to cause a panic.
Did he say Inquisition?
I think he said
taking everyone away.
He said mission. Like mission. He has a very bad accent.
It will be. I'm taking
see.
everyone over around to like over here.
by everyone you mean just the player
Not everyone,
characters?
just the civilians. Just the civilians.
Oh, the civilians. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna literally
Like, I
carry
mean-
them.
No, not. I put down the apprentice and I have him walk with me, and then the woman as well. I meet the guards halfway.
God.
So can you drag them
Great.
over to
Guards.
me?
I did not notice the guards because I'm so like, this is a very interesting design.
That's why I crammed my hand. That's why I crammed. Janice crammed her hand into his mouth. Because he has a very good way of noticing guards and people coming.
Yeah, you can see that I'm like really short-sighted. I can't see very well, and I definitely need glasses.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, if Omen notices the guards as well, then she's gonna like try and hide Farron
Yeah.
in a
I'm
voice, I
gonna-
guess.
I'm gonna motion to the guards. I'm gonna say, so were there any more casualties? Are there any more locations that are being hurt or injured?
None that we've seen. We just heard the explosion and check it out. But, well, there's something going on at the gate, but we haven't heard any violence yet.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Janice is gonna go over to the wrecked house to see if there's anything valuable to loot while people are busy and not paying attention.
The erect house? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to make... It's going to be really hard to get in there because the guards are, like, looking at Ban, but they're also, like, looking over at the house. And one of them is even straying closer. So if you go in from this angle, they're almost definitely going to see you walking in there.
Okay.
I'm
Fight
gonna-
What was that? You faded out a little bit, Miss Hara.
Is there like a side alley or something?
Well, there was an alley in between these two buildings right here. Where are you? This you. Through there. However, it is also entirely reasonable for you to make the long way around if you want to.
Yeah.
Well, since Dryle's a fatigue battery, I mean, I'm going to use.
You cut out.
I look to Omen. I look to Omen. Keep Grandpa's mouth shut. I just remembered something. I'll be right back.
Also,
Um,
Farron is hitting.
Farron is
Send Farron to the back.
yeah, I'll just
I was actually gonna like delete the icon and have it come back. I have it saved as her particular icon.
Okay.
good.
All right.
I'm gonna motion to the. I'm gonna ask. So, what exactly do you know about the gate?
Nothing other than the gates are closed and they aren't letting anyone out. We haven't been able to leave our post, but this explosion definitely called for an investigation.
Are anyone in, or is anyone being let in?
No. The gates are usually open and ought to have been open for several hours. But
Well,
a few moments ago,
whatever you can do, keep them closed. No one gets in or out. Period. Keep an eye out.
I will relay that advice to the captain. But we do need to take a look inside that building and see if anyone else is inside.
The only one that I could see was this apprentice. Apprentice, was there anyone else in there?
His head like barely tilts left and right, so it'll be a no, as far as you could tell. But the
Was
guard
there
says,
any? Was there any tunnels or anything underground under that building?
he'll think for a moment and then shake his head again.
Failure.
The guard will say, "Well, I'll need to check it out one way or another."
I nod.
But thank you. And the other guard says, "Unless you are intending to bring him somewhere, you can leave the boy with me, and we'll take care of him."
Of course. I figured that he would follow you.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks so much for looting.
I did give you a minute.
Well, in that
Out of
minute,
character.
you could totally ignore him, and a minute is a lot of stuff you can do in Anima, especially because this hole isn't the only entrance to the building. Obviously, there is a door right here and right here, and there are also windows along the southern end.
Okay, I'm gonna spend some fatigue points to take the long way around.
All right, you don't actually need to spend fatigue points to run faster. You will spend fatigue points if you run for too long, but your athleticism will not make that a big issue right now.
Okay, I sprint around to take the long way around to find a way in the back.
Okay. And now this is the part where you can't ignore if Genus would, but Macklin is just like stomping across the yard saying, Genus, come here.
I skid to a stop. Yes, Macklin.
Okay. Are you going over to Macklin? Where is your icon?
Yeah.
And he's going to like turn his tremendous body to sort of shelter, to sort of keep the air from bringing your words up to the guards and to the others. And he's going to say, Genus, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it.
Well, how do you think I feel? I mean, I'm not a fan of this either. The old man is talking about necromancers and stuff, and the gates are closed.
You think that sounds insane, but I've seen something like this before.
Great. The old man who knows what he's talking about couldn't be wrong, could he? All right. What have you said? You've seen this before?
It's not good.
Obviously, we're talking necromancers here.
Well, what I'm saying is, you should probably get Octavia and bring her here. This
That
reminds
bad,
me.
huh?
I ever told you about Alberia?
I've heard of Alberia, but I haven't heard about zombies in Alberia.
Well, you wouldn't. We were commanded to keep it a secret, but while I was in the Imperial Army, I had a detachment sent to Alberia, and I won't bore you with the details, but it was a massacre, and there were beings of flesh and metal like this.
Of course there was. All right. All right. So I'll bring Octavia here, but you'll want to keep you want to keep this group around. They're pretty capable, especially Bon over there. He actually is the real Bon, the unkillable.
Well, that's lucky for us, I guess. He sort of looks at Bon, who is no longer screaming, which is positive.
No.
Yeah, you're sighing.
I'm really interested in that massacre story that he was about to talk about.
Okay, look. You want to keep? Look, I'll leave Bon and the old man with you, since they're knowledgeable. I'll take the one weird chick with me to go get Octavia, because at this point, who knows what's gonna happen in a city like this? This with the gates closed and this happening.
I'll fortify the
Omen is-
wooden warhound.
Good.
Yeah, Omen is currently bugging Joel with like all sorts of questions. Like, what's that? Do you know magic? Is that thing magic? Why were you talking about the Inquisition before? Who are those two guys? Are they magic? What on
Yeah.
earth's happening with
I wish I didn't have to
talking
take her.
non-stop?
Anyways, Jarrell knows what he's talking about with these things, and he mentioned something called the Inquisition. You'll want to trade stories with him and get all the info you can.
Wait, okay, well, by the way, you definitely know about the Inquisition, which is the supernatural hunting, very pious individuals that inhabit Argos in the Dominion.
And
Yeah,
also,
he used to be-
they're around most of Gaia, whether they're legally allowed to be there or not.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. He used to be in the Inquisition, and he knows about the Necronomicon, whatever, and all this stuff. You want to talk with him about it? Get all the information you can.
Maybe I will.
Mm-hmm.
Be safe, be quick, and try to stay out of sight.
Don't I always? Anyways, I go over to Omen and I grab her by the arm and start like pulling her away. Come on, we gotta pick up my friend and come back to the Horsehound. We got business to get down to.
Idarid is gonna say before you go, hold on, I have something that could help you a little bit. And she moves into like just put her hand on your shoulder. Do you let it happen?
Sure, why not?
All right. She closes her eyes and starts saying, "All storms start as a gust of wind. All great oaks must first be seeds. It is nature that all must grow. Reveal now your true potential." And you feel like you have this almost infinite amount of like energy that you can spend that starts flowing through you, and you're like, I just cast a spell on you, and now you can add on your fatigue in the temporary value 10 points, so that you can spend an additional 10 points before you out of your total. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Omen as well.
Yep, Ban already has it.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Tons of
Well, I feel good. I could probably make those stops I need to do before we get to Tavia.
more
Come on,
energy than you have ever had, and you're not one for you're kind of energetic already.
Come on, lady in red, let's go, I say, and as I grab her wrist and like start sprinting away.
As you're dragging off, you go, wait, tell me about the Nomicon. Wait, please.
Now, how much does Omen have any athleticism?
Probably not, no.
No, I didn't think so.
I forgot.
Okay, so it is a heavy amount of dragging by Genus to get away. And Jorel and Zemnis, you will stay around the plaza here and talk to Macklin. He does not exactly ask for your aid. However, he does come up and explain to you, and he will take your the lady who is following you around, and he will say,
What?
"There's a safe for." He won't take her. He's just like saying,
Oh,
"The Warhound
okay.
is the Warhound's a lot more of it than an inn. We can keep everyone safe inside. Me and my boys will uh, man the barricades until this is sorted out. You're welcome to stay."
Thank you.
And any of you have anything you want to do while Janus is away trying to reacquire Octavia?
Probably just talk to him and see what's going on, because my character sadly isn't that knowledgeable. He just what's it called? He
Well-
um he adapts quickly, so he looks knowledgeable.
Yes. He's never like, wow, that's incredible. He just has that stern face and nods. Um, but if you want, do you want to like, are you asking him like what he thinks is going on?
Yes.
I don't know for sure. These things are different, but I've had an experience like this before. Have you heard of Octavius of the Thousand Beasts?
Would that be an occult roll?
Yes, it would be an occult or a history roll. History, I don't think you have it, but history would actually be an easier thing to get. Occult. You,
I rolled like
unfortunately, you might have heard the name once or twice, because, you know, and famous people tend to hear about other famous people, but this gentleman is definitely not the same kind as you are, of the same strand as you are. And he'll briefly say, he was the one
right back.
responsible for the Alberia massacre, in which many people died. Oh, well.
Hmm.
Haru's door looked like just another part of the wall. He'll say, there were creatures like this, pale humanoids, made of metal and flesh, but from what we could tell, dead. Thankfully, they haven't manifested some of the capacities we saw there. At least not yet. If they do, though, I would be greatly appreciative if you'd stick around.
I nod. I plan to.
Okay. Room's free, obviously, over at the Wooden Warhound. And he'll gesture for the lady to follow him. And she will, though she'll like keep looking back, like seeing if Zemnis is following or not. And he will take her to the inn. A number of the others, and by now there are a number of other guards sort of arriving on scene. A couple of the people who ran from the initial threat are like peeking around the corner. Yeah, sorry. They're trying to figure out what's going on and get a glimpse of all of the bodies. So it seems like, for the moment, the guards are going to try to keep them away. This guy just pokes around all the bodies and then stands over here, and they try to keep the area safe while this guy takes the kid away to someplace presumably safer than this. And now I will jump to Genus, unless Juro wanted to do anything.
I kind of wanted to answer all of the some of the questions that Omen was asking before.
Well, you could have definitely. I'm sorry if I like rushed over that. You could definitely have answered a few of the questions before she vanished, before she was dragged away by Genus.
Yeah. What were the most important question that you, Omen asked?
I don't think she was much waiting for answers as she was just like kind of like a continuous stream of questions, but like the main ones among those were like, what is that thing? Like, are you magic? What are those two?
Okay, so um, a Slayer, no, and friends. And I think that Gabriel is actually going to go with Omen and the others.
You are free to do so. Gabriel, I am.
Probably not going quickly.
Well, if that's what I was saying. Since you guys probably aren't going that quickly, I'm pretty sure Gabriel can keep up. All right. So they go off to the north, down that long stretch of road. I'll bring you back to the central map.
Right.
And while this is happening, the half of the group still at the Warhound Inn is watching Macklin order around what seem to just have been drunks and patrons. And you see a number of interesting things pop up at the bar. You see that he actually does have barricades like that are built into trap doors in the floor, and like a reinforced door that he can like quickly trade out the primary one with. And on top of that, a number of the bar patrons seem to now be toting weapons, which is not at all unusual in any part of Dwanholf for somebody to have either concealed weapons or a large cache of weapons.
Fair enough.
So that is happening. Genus and Omen. That's easiest to. I don't know which one is which, but they are both these pictures.
Yeah, that's going to be confusing.
Are moving back up. No snapping, please.
Also, could you quit the turn order now that we're not in combat anymore?
I didn't know if you guys could quit that on your own.
We cannot.
No.
This way. This is the quickest route that Genus will know. I do believe you can get between this alley right here, and then up through here. I was trying to see just how far of a distance that was, and then my thing cut out.
As you're as we're walking, Gabriel is gonna say two things. She's going to say, first of all, if I have a lot of knowledge that Droll has if you need any questions, and second of all, how worried are any of you of about the Inquisition and people knowing that that there might be something supernatural about you, either of you?
I can't say I'm that worried. A thief always finds a way to hide.
Right.
Bold of you to imply the Inquisition shouldn't be scared of me.
All right. I can provide with additional protection for both of you, but it's going to be very visible.
No.
No. Okay.
We don't need things that are visible.
Manage.
Omen? Sorry?
We can manage, thanks.
Proud.
Right. Then I'm not going to actually shift any of my powers to my allies just yet then.
You are visibly glowing right now, aren't you?
The static shield that I have that I had cast on the other people, I'm gonna leave it on the other people until like I need to move it to myself or something.
Okay, so there's that lady and gentleman who are like trying to get this stuff away from them now that they're safe and they just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, so you make it to Octavia's den, of which you have one of the very few keys. Oh, what were you gonna say, Omen?
Yeah, I was going to ask, was that is where we're going one of the two pips Omen noticed earlier?
Closer, but no. The two pips
okay.
were over here. If you're zoomed out enough, you can see this right there. I can show you now. And the other pip was down here, at the very bottom left. So it's closer to this one, but not close enough for you to actually take a look at what it was.
Okay, well, while they are running, or like if they're running too fast, to do this, she's gonna like hold back for a second, like, and see if that bottom one's reappeared or not.
All right, you want to make another magic appraisal?
Someone she knows, and obviously she'd be concerned about their well-being in this situation.
Yes. I mean, it's potentially somebody you know. That still allows you to notice something within a mile, but unfortunately, as it vanished before, you do not sense it anymore now.
Alright.
You still do not sense it now. You only get the vague area was about there.
I'll come back to it.
However, I will say that you still do get a faint mention of magic from this area over here, which you may actually know, and for all of you who would know, that's actually a park.
Mm.
That's a lot of trees and walkways and relaxing places. But unless you're going there now, you will arrive at Octavia's den. You will open it, you being one who possesses one of the very few keys for it.
Yeah,
Did you
I
you
sleight of
bring-
hand so Omen doesn't see the key.
Okay, sleight of hand. You can do that.
Mm.
Sleight of hand.
Uh,
You make it look like a special knock.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
138.
If you want to make a note of someone.
Oh, sure,
Oh, Omen's got pretty good notes.
he does.
Nope.
But not a good enough roll to notice anything other than an interesting knock.
I'm
And the
literally
door
just left the door open like that.
And the door peels open and you descend into the den. It's a
Yeah.
relatively small area. This isn't her house. It's just where she does most of her work and where most of her packaging goes to. You actually know that there's this big warehouse over here that is owned by her and her collaboration of individuals. And you enter. She's probably in her study, straight down the hallway and to the right. Are you going to announce yourself?
Yeah. I call out, Tavi, I'm here, and I'm leaving someone in the living room. We need to talk. I look to Omen. Stay, I say before I go to walk down the hall.
Someone? You know I don't like unexpected visitors.
Well, all things considered, I needed a meat shield along the way. We got a lot to discuss.
It better be a
Meat
lot.
shield.
And then you can walk through and to the right.
Omen is following.
Oh, you're following? Okay.
I look back at Omen. No, bad. Stay.
Okay, I'll walk ahead of her.
Well, in that case, I'll briefly describe that Octavia's den is a cellar, or it was a cellar. You can see that through some of her contacts, or perhaps this was an old secret area, there has been a tunnel dug straight back and is now lined with wooden flooring, and just beyond that is actually a kitchen, and to the right, through a much narrower passage, is her desk and all of her pens and inks. And in the cellar, Octavia, you may know, not Octavia, Omen, you may know this. I know that Genus definitely does. Are a number of books, all of which, regardless of their content, are kind of expensive. Books are not cheap in Anima, and there are a decent number of them. And you walk ahead, and you come face to face with Octavia, who is actually a decently imposing figure in the dark, also considering that she is carrying a weapon. And it's very dimly lit where she is. She just has her lamplight, so you sort of get this silhouette of Octavia. And I'm going to have to ask you to make a defense roll.
Okay.
You're not necessarily surprised
dodge.
that it is hard to see in here.
Ooh.
That is not the best of rolls, but I've seen worse.
It isn't.
Where is it? All right. You suddenly feel the tip of a very sharp blade pressed to your neck. And she says, I thought they were staying in the living room.
I told them to, but it's very hard to get meat shields that listen these days. Says Genus as she walks in soon after.
Step.
I don't really know who either of you are, and I don't like being told what to do.
Well, you shouldn't have stepped into my house.
Yeah, well, why are we here anyway?
This is Tavi. She's a very good friend, and she's going to be very essential to our surviving this mess. I tell Omen before looking to Tavi. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard already, but all the gates in town are locked. No one's allowed to leave, and we just had to fight a slayer and a couple of zombies.
What's a slayer?
It's this big thing. It's this big thing from the Necronomicon where it's made out of flesh and wires.
What's
wires
the
and stuff.
Necronomicon?
Something to do with necromancers.
This sounds like a terrible fantasy. And she will say, back up. And she'll try to just gently push you forward back into what the kitchen was.
Mm-hmm.
Will you allow her to get you that far?
She'll move a step back.
Okay. As long as you step back just enough that she can sort of maneuver herself around you. You will now see Octavia. She's a relatively petite woman. What are you going to say, Joel?
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say when there was a dagger to Omen's throat. As a reaction, Gabriel extended her hand, and it's not extremely visible, but around Omen there's this faint bluish outline of an armor appearing and seeming to protect Omen.
Now you said that is Gabriel in the room with them too? Did she also barge into the foraging room?
No, but since the door was open, she would have cast this from the room she was supposed to stay in.
All right. Well, you had to go into the kitchen, but it's not a stretch. So yes, there's a shield around.
It's not a shield; it's a psychokinetic armor.
Oh, okay, that's also good. An unusual wavering force, or however you would like to describe it. Did you say?
Yeah, just like a blue outline of a medieval armor.
Oh, cool.
It gives you 480 of protection in everything except energy.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay, Oben notices this, and to Tavia says, "Now do you notice my power?"
That's not yours. She's bluffing. We had another magical being that came along.
I look absolutely human.
I sent you out on an errand. It's been 20 minutes.
I take off the sling from my back and I held it over to her. I did it. I just got held up by a bunch of zombies.
You say zombies like you see them every day. Now, I will say, as she steps into sort of the more present light of the kitchen, you see that she's kind of a petite woman, and actually something interesting for Genus. She wears a black bandana, but through it you can see just little hints of bright red hair. You know that she actually kept it completely shaved off while she was an agent because it's kind of a brighter color.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she can't really go out on missions anymore, she hasn't really had any need to cut it.
Why, Tavi? I never knew you were a foxy redhead.
No. And I'll be cutting it again soon.
Fine. But anyways, Macklin sent me back to come get you and bring you to the Warhound. He says he's seen this. He says he's seen this thing with zombies and slayers before. So
that makes it pretty bad.
Pretty much.
Well, okay. Keep a hold of what you just grabbed for me. Could you grab my crutch from the study?
Can do. I say as I put the sling back on and I go get her crutch from the study. Also, along the way, might I stop and get some armor and such? I'm feeling pretty bare in this case, unless Macklin is going to let me borrow something.
Macklin might have something.
Excellent. I can save my money then.
Well, I said might. If you want to stop
Maybe.
by the market on the way there, that's going to be a serious diversion. Are you sure you want to do that?
Probably not a good idea, especially since with the gates closed, things are probably going to get dicey.
Okay. And you see her, you couldn't actually, you saw like a little bit of a limp. She seemed to be moving very slowly before, though now that she is in the light, oh, Miss Horror is now a darkness again.
It's
And she gets her
probably.
crutch. You can see that she actually,
Oh, God damn
her
it.
right leg is like almost entirely stiff all the time. Like it's not like even limp, it's just like as though her, like the bone of her leg is fused. And she'll say, all right, let's go quickly as we can then.
Mm-hmm.
You emerge, unless anyone else has anything else to say. She will remove her dagger, or it's not a dagger actually. You realize this is like a very, very long kitchen knife. It's at least the length of her arm, and it has a flat blade on one side. I believe it is called a scramasax.
Scrammus, what?
It's a interesting weapon with a cool name in Dominus X. It's called a
Okay, it's a big knife.
scramasax. Yeah, scramasax. It's a big stinking knife.
Okay, as Genius is like walking past, then Omen's gonna whisper, "Who's Macklin again?"
The bartender, the big guy.
Do I? Oh, crossbow dude. Right, okay.
Yes.
Oh, to see him, I need to do something.
What exactly do you need to do that requires that we make a diversion?
Well, we went to go see your friend. I need to go see mine.
Okay. Is this friend in any way connected to have very good connections, very useful, or can deal with zombies in some way?
Maybe all three, depending on who it is.
So you want us to make a diversion on a maybe?
Yes.
No.
And Gabriel says, "I agree. We don't have time. We have to try to find a way to open those gates and evacuate the city. Convince the guards to open it because Joel insists that there are more slayers and that nobody is safe. The people who live here much less than those of us who know how to fight."
I mean, they aren't either.
What?
If no one's safe, that means they aren't either. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like
Go on ahead, then.
less so than us because we know how to defend ourselves.
Well, I know how to defend myself as well. So if you want my help, tour. And if you don't, then I'll see you there.
Honestly, you need mine and Tavi's help more than we need yours, considering the city. But if you want to go off and go off and die, that's fine. That's fine by me.
Oh, I know the city plenty, thanks.
All right, Tavi. We lost our meat shield. We're gonna have to go on our own.
What's this one here for? Pointing at Gabriel.
Magic thingy.
All right. She looks to Gabriel slowly and says, "Who are you with?"
Them.
No, who's your employer?
She like cocks her head, smiles as if she doesn't understand the question.
She's with this old man that knows a lot about necromancy and used to be with the Inquisition.
You should know who we're working with. Anyways, let's go. I'll ask him, and then you will step outside. Now, Omen steps outside a little bit ahead because I think you're going to check on your friend, and you made that determined walk away.
Uttering about being called a meat shield, yeah.
And
I think Gabriel is going to volunteer to come with you instead of going with the rest of the group for protection.
Oh.
And
I
we
need
lost our
protection,
magic
do you?
thingy.
Oh well. I think they would have been a bit too obvious anyways. We can take the less noticeable route now.
True.
Alright. And Omen, did not oppose Gabriel joining, did you?
No. If she comes along, I'm gonna say, change your mind, did you?
No, I still think we need to hurry, and I think Joel just told me that the if I can help you make this faster, will be the sooner we can start trying to evacuate people.
Okay, good. Stay close then.
I will.
And
Also, the blue haze around you has not disappeared.
I don't think she's noticed.
Okay.
It's fine.
Everything's just a little bit bluer on the inside. Alright. You two set out. You're going to be making a longer trip. Are you going to the southeastern or southwestern area or to the park?
Well, park's closer, so yeah, park. Also,
Alright.
that one hasn't disappeared, so
That one has not disappeared. Alright. In that case, Octavia and Eunice, you start making your way back. It took you about 3 minutes to get here. It's going to take you a little bit longer to get back because of Octavia's leg.
Mm-hmm.
However, not long before the group separates, everybody just feels this very faint tremor in the ground, and far off in the distance, there is a shudder and a bang.
Ah,
You hear a
hell.
number. It seems to be coming from far to the south of you right now, but in the distance, as the waking subsides, you can very faintly hear the sounds of panic and screaming.
That'll be the zombies, Tabby.
I can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure we're not under attack?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're under attack at this point.
But by who?
Well, if the old man's words were anything to go by, some sort of necromancers.
Can we cut to 5 minutes ago and Joel is like, I'm telling you something terrible is about to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
all right, Grandpa.
Old man yells at clouds.
Man yells at zombies.
Yeah. All right. Now we are going to swap back to the group at the Wooden Warhound Inn. You guys do take some time, and as you are walking, that sound is growing louder, and you even feel a couple more vibrations roll under your feet. This is also mostly audible from you at the Wooden Warhound Inn. If you guys would like to make notice checks, I will let you discern generally where in the city, how far you think it might be.
I feel like it would be extra funny to just spend a shitload of key to just fucking make an earthquake back. But
Just like, hey, over here, we can party too.
just like you think that's an earthquake.
Fuck you.
Don't-
That's
Don't
not an
destroy the
earthquake.
city more than it's about to be destroyed, please, James.
Ban wouldn't, but it would be hella fucking funny.
Also, am I safe in assuming that I don't have that it's a notice check that has nothing to do with sight?
That what has nothing to do with sight?
Sight, because I'm nearsighted, but I don't get the -50 penalty if it's based on hearing.
It's not
and stuff.
sight-based. Nobody could see it through the buildings unless they had special senses. It's all just like you're sensing the vibrations and hearing the explosions and the screams.
Nice.
Oh wow, you guys all have pretty darn good notices.
Yeah,
What about Gina's?
I'm alright.
Huh?
I've got to roll.
Where's your notice?
Oh, I'm back at the thing.
Oh well, not yet. I was just giving you a notice check to see if you could tell whereabouts these explosions and these events were happening within the city.
Okay.
Real quick, Avelby,
Yes.
I'd like to learn a little bit more about what this innkeeper had to say about would he would we have had like and would he have like said important stuff when we were over there, or do you want to wait until the group is reunited before he talks about like his experience?
He seems to be like pretty stoic. After Genus leaves, he kind of clams up.
Okay.
I think a couple of his friends nearby. You'll notice sort of a militant demeanor around a lot of them, especially considering his commands, and they all seem to like get this very dire expression on their face, especially seeing him. And so they will be silent for the most part until they return, unless you go up and ask him questions.
I don't. I'm going to. I think I'm actually going to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think Idarid is going to head to the gate to see what the situation is up there in a quick trip, and then come back to the inn.
All right, make a quick search check for me.
With Idarid?
First, beforehand,
Yes,
we should realize where the tremors are coming from and
Yes, you
where the
should, sorry.
explosions are.
Zemnis and Jorl, I'm just gonna say this real quick. You get the best scope of it. The rest of you can kind of get you get the directions, but not really the idea of where the explosions are coming from. You guys, Jorl and Zemnis, get the sense that a lot of them are coming, or that they're coming. I'm drawing these shapes now. Red with red. Like this area is about where you spy one. This area down here as well. And then the very last one is somewhere up here.
Oof.
Oh, I didn't mean to make it a little square. That one's
Wait,
like very straight.
it's way
You can't
bigger
really-
though.
It's not bigger. That's just like
Okay.
the general area. So you can't really tell because that one's so far away.
Yeah, it's lack of accuracy.
Yeah.
Well
But
done.
several very central ports to the city, including the top one being somewhat near to the castle here.
Well, getting the general idea of this, Genus looks to Tavi. Want to ride on my back so we can go a little bit faster?
Can you even carry me? And the answer is no.
Ah.
Well, she could, but it's been a shitload of fatigue.
Yeah, you
It's
Well-
good thing you have a shitload of fatigue.
well,
Yeah.
it would lose fatigue, but you'd also move at -4 your movement value, which is actually just a little bit more than Tavi. And it would still take you so long to get there that by the time you got there, you'd be through all of your fatigue.
Yeah.
I think this over, and I think this over, and I say, "You're right. You're right. You do weigh a lot more than you look, after all."
I haven't had much time to get out and exercise. Or,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bond just fucking picks up the old man, two of his familiars, and the whole party, and just fucking books it.
what? Okay, now what were we going to get to just then? Oh, you were going to check out the gate. Now you're going to check out this south west eastern gate, like right down here, or the one to the north.
The one that's closest.
All right, the southern one is a little bit closer.
All right, so
And as you get there,
Mhm.
I'll just have you glimpse the map here of it right now. Where is it? But from what you can see, there are loads of people standing outside, and these carts appear just in this screen, but continue a decent ways down the central causeway.
Mhm.
You notice all of these guards are actually like standing around the gates, trying to keep a number of what seems like angry traders or travelers back. That was your search check. Very good. Over here is just somebody whose horse has gone awry and all the confusion and toppled some of their goods. A guard is helping her pick those up.
There you go.
Nothing really seems amiss right here as of now, other than the obvious look of concern on a number of the guards' face. You do gleam just up on the wall, there are a line of guards just staring out beyond the wall, and another one with his like legs hanging over the side of the wall and his helmet like resting in his lap. He looks sick.
He's looking on the outside.
The one that looks sick is actually looking inside. He's like sitting just above the gate with his like helmet in his lap.
Is there anything magical that I can see with my magic appraisal check?
Make a magic appraisal check. Oh, is that your 140?
Yes, 148.
Oddly enough, you do not sense anything magical here right now.
Okay. All right. Just give me 1 second. I need to. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay. By the way, you are on ground level right now, right?
Yes.
You're on ground level? Okay. I'll bring Iterate over, just so that you can have that token to move around.
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
Okay. Alright.
She's out of range for her tree, but that won't affect her for a while.
Oh, okay. I didn't think the range was this small. But yeah, she's gonna do one thing and then leave. Okay. So you you know so are the gates closed?
The gates are closed. They are big, stinking wooden gates.
Mhm.
They seem to be kind of a. You know that it's almost. What's the word? It's there's not those gates that have like wood lattices. These are actually full wooden heavy gates, and they open like a double doorway rather than going up into the wall.
Okay. How many metal hinges?
Just 2. Oh wait, hinges. You need to open them.
No, the like the metal things that rotate when the door opens.
Yes. Okay, that's what I was thinking. 3 of them on each door.
Would they count as different inorganic objects?
Well, you could target the whole door or a hinge.
Does the door count as an inorganic object?
Yes.
Okay. What's the presence of the door?
Let me give a quick check. I believe there are stats for such things.
Yeah, I believe so too. Could have been checking that. But...
Yes.
Would it being a big door have?
It is a
many?
big stinking door. I mean, it's
okay.
probably
So
gonna have...
metallic door has a presence of 40. Wood and iron carved door is a presence of 30, and regular door is 20.
Well,
this one is probably a 50, maybe.
I believe what this would be referred to as. Let me check. It would have the same presence as a portcullis. That's generally like the grates that come down, but this is actually a bit tougher than that. But we'll say it has that 60 presence.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. All right. I am going to cast minor change on the door. The spell allows to alter the appearance of an object or of a being by modifying its shape. The change is limited to its exterior appearance, to the exterior aspect, and it doesn't lose its qualities or its natural origin. Could I modify the door so that it's not so that basically like it change its shape very slightly so that it's not actually connected to its hinges, so that the wood that's around the hinges is just shifted back to another part of the door, so that it just like is just a big piece of wood, not connected to the hinges that could just like fall.
Yes, you could do something very similar to that. We could definitely find a creative way, and I think that'll about so the door like slide off of its hinges.
Yeah, basically, just so that it's like independent, like so that it's independent from the hinges, and that it just like will either fall by itself or with like a push from anything.
All right. In that case, it does like everybody feels like this thud as it hits the ground. There's still a metal latch that sort of like keeps it from immediately toppling over, but everybody notices something odd as it sort of like slides down just a bit, giving a hint of what's outside over the doorway. It's just stone.
Ooh, is that magical?
I'll give you another magic appraisal check.
Okay. That is worrisome.
I have to agree.
There's worse. Oh yes. Unfortunately, and this may be sort of boggling to your mind as well, you cannot sense that this is magical.
It might be that the spell has already been cast, or that I'm unable to sense it. Either way, yeah. So like it looks like basically there's like a stone slab, like the wall behind the door was reshaped so that there's a stone slab behind the door.
Yes.
Okay. Well, fuck that. I'm going back to my tree.
Well, you see, like a number of the people realize this, and like the guards all turn around. They clear space, and there's a moment of like silence, like among all of the civilians. And as you leave, you just hear this sort of frantic uncertainty, like the demanding nature has become questioning, and you also faintly hear the guard at the top of the wall throwing up into his hat.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait. How much presence does the wall have?
The wall, it's a big stone wall.
Yeah.
Let me go back. I have that section up now. It's a solid stone wall. So I would let you affect a significant portion of the wall with 60, not the entire wall, though.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for a second you were going to ask how much presence the vomit had for some reason.
How much presence what?
Vomit had.
Vomit.
No. So yeah, since the solid stone wall also has a base presence of 60, I'm gonna do the same thing again and try to like open I'm gonna try to open a hole for like for humans to pass through into the wall. And okay, so basically, like, has the door collapsed or not? The wooden door. GM?
Sorry, I muted myself. So the wooden door is resting against the wall behind. If you took away the metal latch shut, it would the two metal latches, it would probably slide down and hit the ground, and it would be completely open.
Okay. Now I think I think I'm going to go like here, like to this side of it here, next to the wall, and make the hole appear on there, like next to the door, where the guards might not be looking at first. Yeah, I'm gonna spend.
All right.
60 again. I'm running low on magic, but I'm trying to save people.
I would like you to make a magic appraisal check.
Okay.
I mean, not a magic appraisal. Was it? Yes. No, a magic resistance check.
Okay. Any modifiers?
No. You get your full. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I got
the door, or you rearrange this wall, and stone like sort of juts out of the top because you can't really destroy it. You just got to move it. But through this hole you have made, you see the outside. You see a couple of like shoddy wooden buildings and the green grass, and something about the outside right now just looks heavenly to you,
Yeah.
especially considering what's in here right now.
Yeah.
And there's this, you have this small opening.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm going to move away from there, and I'm going to, like, hope that somebody notices it, so that people can start leaving the city, and I'm just heading back to the inn.
All right, you head back to the inn. Let me bring us back to the inn about the same time that Eunice and Tavia will. As everybody gets considerably more panicked over there. Who is this? This is Gabriel. I'm sorry I didn't move Gabriel away.
No.
All right.
No.
Everybody arrives back at the tavern within a smaller space of time, and by now, like, you can see very faintly in the distance, like a little bit of smoke rising. This area has been very frantic for just the last few minutes. There's been people running into their homes or moving from one place to another. You now know that both of these buildings are pretty packed, and unfortunately for everyone, Macklin has his hands full. All of his bar patrons are here. You guys are here, and he's trying to keep room open for Genus and Tavi and Gabriel. You've also been introduced to his safe room, which is like this stone fortified room underneath the tavern. Though none of you are suggested to be down there, that's mostly for people who cannot fight and cannot defend themselves. Let me, our Genus, are you still down here? Who's this? That's Genus. Okay, good. I'll make sure.
Right.
And who's this? Omen. Omen's way up in the corner. Omen is not here.
I moved myself out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll put you back in when you're back in.
Genus is feeling the great urge to loot.
There to loot.
Who isn't?
If only you don't have like an addiction to that or a vice, which is
No.
good for you. Really good right now because there's probably a lot to loot out there.
I know, and it's very sad that there's no one there to loot.
Yes.
As Idarid comes into the inn, she says, "There's a hole in the wall to the south where people can leave the city from." And like she basically just like announces it to everybody in the inn, and then goes to see Jorl.
All right. Everybody at the inn clamors for the door to see what you're talking about, and a number of patrons leave. Thankfully, not Macklin or Macklin's posse. Is that really true?
I saw
They
it.
let you open the gate?
No. I just 1 second the wall was intact, and then a hole just appeared, and it was like magic. I can't explain it.
There's a shared look between Macklin and one of his friends, and they are. And no, wait. It was Gabriel who was obviously doing magic. You have not obviously done anything yet. Okay.
Yeah.
They will say, well, good. Maybe we'll start cycling people through to there. If there is an exit, and as soon as Genus comes in, she's like, he says, perfect. All right. Now that you're here, maybe we can get out of the city. Our friend here has procured us an apparently very fortunate exit. Where's the one you left with?
Omen? Oh. She decided to go find someone who may or may not be her friend, who may or may not be able to help. I know it sounded stupid to me too.
Well, I mean, it was sort of inefficient for you to go and get Octavia, but because she's our friend. Anyways,
I'm more concerned about who's gonna listen to me anyway and go.
you're right. We should
Mac-
probably get the people here out that we can.
Macklin, yes, I agree. We that's Droll speaking. We have to get as many people out as we can, but I don't think we should be leaving. I turn to the rest of the group and I say, there's the matter of the person or persons causing this. As I said, I think that that this is something that is on a very large scale, and and those earthquakes that we heard earlier confirms this. I think that either we're up against a very, very powerful necromancer, or against an organization that has engineers and access to some very powerful magic. Now, there's what we should be doing is trying to find out the cause of all this, because those undeads, they don't they're innocent in all this. They don't have a mind of their own, but but the person controlling them is doing so to a nefarious end, and I can't tell right now if it's just an experiment on this city, or if it's just the first step to something much larger. But we have to put a stop to it. We have to find the source. We have to end it before there are more casualties. I suggest we either investigate the place where the rubble from which those creatures came, or go towards those earthquakes and investigate there. That's my plan. Gabriel is with Omen, so wherever we go, she can guide Omen back to us. Gabriel will know where I am.
I would have to agree.
You are all planning to stay here?
It's if you mentioned that this could be the work of someone very dangerous. I think I heard the name Octavius, and I want to get through to the bottom of this and find out whether or not this Octavius is involved, and see who's the cause of all of this, and I'd like to give them a piece of my mind, because they're designed for undead is very, very good, but their intent is, I fear, a lot more nefarious.
Well, that's very brave of you, but now
it's not brave. I'm gonna die in a couple of years anyways. I might as well spend that time helping people.
you should know that in Alberia, there were forces, there was an army, and, well, if we can get the... Sorry, I'm misinterpreting myself. Okay. Outside the wall, there's stationed an entire squadron of the... Not Lord of War. Can you remember this for me, Simon? It's not the Lord of War. There's 4 of them, and they're under the service of the Empress, and there's one that's very shadowy.
Okay, the shadowy one is the Emperor's Hand. I'm pretty sure they are the Lord of War, and you were correct. If not,
okay.
Tales of Gaia. The Shadow of the Emperor. Yeah, it's the 4 Lords of War. The 4th one being very, very like the spy one that nobody knows about.
The 4th Lord of War. Who you guys may know. Nobody knows if he's even alive, but what we do know is that he has an entire squadron of soldiers stationed outside of Terra Santa. If they can get in, that would be a huge help to us. I don't think we can do this without an army.
I mean, we have a ban.
We- we- well,
Essentially, I have an army. We have a Hulk.
Yeah, that's what I was referring.
That was, yeah.
Jesus.
I don't mean to doubt the incredible capacity of Ban, but shouldn't we try to save lives by any means possible?
I
Not
think,
take any
not.
risk.
I think you're right, Macklin. You should send. Maybe your men could go and warn this army and tell them about the hole in the wall. And in the meantime, the rest of us could try to find the source.
All right, that sounds as reasonable as any plan I've heard today. I will. I'll point to a few of his men and say, "You and you, find that hole in the wall. If you can get out, and try to get in contact with the military camp outside of town. If they're not already aware of this, they should be." And two of his men salute, and they take their long swords and crossbows out into the.
I squint when they salute. Ban. You were rumored to have incredible strength. Maybe you would be able to move some of the rubble out in the streets so that we can see where those creatures came from. There has to be some hint of something over there.
I nod, and I will. Is it going to be feats of strength? Roll it.
It would be feats of strength to roll it. However, before we go too far into that, I would like to do a little bit with Omen and see what Omen finds as she crosses through the city. Well, what was that?
Stands?
Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we hear you.
okay. Just reset my connection.
All good?
Yep.
Okay. We'll get to you and see what is happening with you. You have crossed the city. You do know the city pretty well, like you're from here as well, just like Dinas. And you make your way through the narrow passageways, which are full of people dashing to and fro, trying to find shelter, find friends, figure out what is going on in the city. Before you come out right, do it from here, right here.
We're not on the.
Oh, you're not on the map. Sorry, I was over here like measuring stuff, so I thought you were all here. Right here, at the very corner, upper right corner of the park. It's for anywhere in Dwanhof, it is like a paradise because as you know, outside it's mostly marshes, bad farmlands, dreary landscapes. But here are trees with imported seeds and very professional gardeners, and they've done a good job making this place look like it doesn't belong in Dwanhof. Unsurprisingly, much of it is empty. Though somehow you still manage to find a couple individuals like sitting on benches, like squinting, putting their hands over their eyes, trying to see if anything is happening within their vision. But it isn't quite yet. You, however, are trained upon this magical signature, and you come to this point right here. So I'll bring you over, actually. Your icon. Where's your icon? Is this you? Yes, it is.
Up one, yeah.
Now, as you've been coming in, your magical sense will be much stronger because it isn't near as far away. Let's see. So this was your original one. You can now sense that there is something magical here. It's a spell that you don't know. But there is a spell just in the center of this little copse of trees. You're standing there. It's a clearing. The grass is nice and green. It's if you didn't hear the faint screaming in the distance, it would have been a very pleasant place to sit down and have a picnic.
Can he tell at least which book of magic this?
Yes, sorry, nature. Yes, I forgot that you have the nature in there. It is an illusion spell.
Solution. Okay.
I hate those.
So like, so that is like centered, like just somewhere like in the park.
Yes, and you found the area where you feel like it's on you, or it's right underneath your feet.
Yeah, she's not an idiot. She doesn't think there's a person down there, so she just like kind of like kicks the dirt and just like, damn it.
Is there a
Looks
problem?
to might have been a dead end,
It seems like at the moment.
maybe.
But there are lots of ways out of this garden.
Yeah, there are. Why don't you lead us out of it then, and we'll head back to the.
All right. Like you can see, she turns like she's a compass, and she says, "Joro is this way."
Lead the way.
She swings past him once and then sort of re-angles and overshoots again before centering right on him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. You will start
She's gonna
making...
so she's gonna like try and like one more time see if there's anything nearby still.
Okay.
Also, if you have if you notice an illusion spell, you might be able to roll to see through it.
Yes.
Actually,
Oh, I did. I admit I secretly made your first magic resistance, but I forgot that does happen if you know something's an illusion. So make another one, please.
okay, I was actually gonna cast like sense heat instead, but
That
yeah,
would
let's
also
do
be
that.
a great idea.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mine, this is fine.
jeez. Okay.
That's. I think you meant to roll magic resistance,
Did you want me to roll resistance?
That's what I wanted to roll.
but keep the keep the 100.
No, you must be, bro. You must be.
Yeah.
That wasn't fair. No,
100 auto succeeds on a resistance check.
yes, it does.
So
That's not a resistance check.
No, I'm kidding. I was
That
going to
is-
let you keep that 100, though. Because I asked you to roll magic
Yeah.
resistance.
Yeah, I know, but like that was my mistake, so it's not fair to.
no, it's fine.
Okay. In that case, your magic resistance, you like pace around just a little bit. You know that there's something finicky here. You can't exactly tell what part of this copse is an illusion, though. And no matter how hard you look, it still seems like you just can't place it.
Okay, I'm still gonna cast sense temperature then.
Okay, very good.
I guess. Or detect heat, as it's actually called. Cast that at intermediate, 50-meter area, and if anything wants to avoid that, that is magic resistance of 150.
All right, let me do some secret GM rolls that I'm not doing at all. There's no one here. 150, you say?
Yeah.
You cast your spell. Are you hiding this spell at all? Are you using your magic appraisal to hide it?
No.
No? Okay. That is very you. Your senses expand. You get this information into your brain. And actually, there do seem to be a number of heat signatures beneath your feet. A number of them. Like, you can count 10.
I don't have that many friends.
Well, I don't want to say you definitely don't because that sounds mean, but no, you're right. The number of friends you're looking for is much less than 10.
Second thoughts. Can you help dig?
I let me think about it. Also, if you can sense heat coming off of Gabriel, you will notice that there are places in her body that should be warmer for a human that are not. Like there's, it looks like the heat signature is off in multiple places. Like there's metal implants there. On her hand and like beneath the hood around her head that she wears, and I think also on probably on her feet. Yeah. So you will notice that that Gabriel's heat signature is a little bit off, but apart from this, her organs look to have normal human temperature. Apart from that,
Creepy.
yeah. So let me have a look. I can make you stronger and better able to dig. Wait,
Okay,
no.
but can you dig?
Yes, at normal pace. Wait, actually, yeah, at normal human pace.
Are you actually two going to start to dig?
How deep are we digging?
Well, now the nearest person you can sense is 10 feet beneath you. You don't know if that means the ceiling is 10 feet or how far the ceiling is, but there's a decent ways to go.
We don't have time for this. Stand back. She's going to cast a basic fireball at the ground.
Okay.
I step back a lot.
Step back a lot. You remember the last fireballs. All
I
right.
imagine it's just Roy Mustang just snapping at the ground.
Yeah.
Bang,
Fucking
bang.
breaking.
I will ask you to make just a projection check as well for that. And it's a basic fireball?
Yep.
All right. Do you stand back?
No.
I don't.
No.
I don't think he's gonna cast it like just beneath his feet because
No,
that
not
would be.
straight at her feet, no.
That would be so cool. All right. So you
Well,
cast this
well, that means
fireball.
Oh my
The
god.
first fireball. Boom! A big cloud of dust and fire and everything shoots up out of the ground. Like bits of dust shower you, even though you're well out of the blast radius. What?
I'm bringing my shield back to me.
Okay. You have a shield. You can protect yourself from the dirt at least. You did not stand within the explosion. Yes, the dirt plinks off of your shield, and that got you a good few feet. However, as you're doing this, I'm gonna ask. I don't know if I managed to get this out before, but I'm gonna ask for another magic appraisal check.
Okay, no. You did mention people are around.
Yes, there are. Well, like you're in a sort of secluded area. This area is kind of well hidden, though. You've no doubt that there's somebody out there who's just heard another explosion and might begin to think that either this area is dangerous or maybe come looking.
All right. So Gabriel, who obviously has a static shield around her, turns to like the people nearby and says, fire! How did this happen? Is something magical happening?"
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God, no! I shouldn't have tried that.
I mean, you can also use disguise. I let people use that for acting.
Oh, thank God, because I didn't put points in disguise. So hold on.
Oh, you can get like Jurl to tell you what it's like.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can I roll with draw roll?
I'll let you roll, but you gotta do a negative. I'll say a negative 40 for this.
Okay, with pleasure.
And he's just like coaching you behind your ear. By the way, 20 fire. Yes, enough to burn out. Thank you, Stans.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Like, what is it damage-wise, though, out of curiosity?
Times 5,
Uh,
so 100.
Yep, 100.
100? Okay.
Yes. Some fire.
I thought of a character idea. That's fine.
Okay. Sitting there making new character.
Well, no.
You keep having new
I mean,
character
we'll get-
ideas.
Yeah.
Involved in that. I
that's
don't
what
think
I do.
Ban's dying anytime soon.
Oh, no, I don't think he is either. Plus, also, I have my trilogy, but just for a different game or something like that.
That's incredible. You make an incredibly even though you yourself know nothing about it. He's whispering in your ear now. Trip now, and look surprised. No, your eyebrows need to be arcing a little more upward. No, you don't sound like you're worried at all. Like make your voice peak. You gotta. It doesn't sound professional. Okay.
All right.
So you managed to do something fairly convincing, and this old man, like, and a couple of others, just look at you and like take a step back. But this old man like jumps up and his hands are all jittery, and he's like, oh, "Are you okay?" And he's gonna come over and say, "You weren't hurt, were you?"
No, it's fine. But move back. This is probably dangerous. And like,
Yes,
yeah,
we should go. Come
Yeah.
on, come with me.
yeah. I'm going to like act like I'm moving towards them, and then like turn back and like see what's happening
Like,
with the
The
hole.
moment, okay, that did dig enough. That did dig you a decent way down. It dug you a couple feet, and has now softened up the earth a lot for you. However, your magic appraisal check will reveal a spell being cast beneath you. Once again, you cannot detect the nature of the spell. However, the nature may become apparent when you detect the spell in two places at the same time, and a moment later, you hear, "What are you doing?"
From where? Like, I guess I stop. Like, I was gonna probably be accumulating Xeon to fire another one, but like,
Yes.
I like stop that and like, who's there? Who said that?
She emerges. You could already sense her body heat, so you can tell where she was. But she seemed to just appear within your radius, a number, maybe 30 feet away from you, and then moved through the trees to appear in your radius. I'm going to ask you to make one more magic resistance check.
Boy,
So many. All right. She appears to you to be a woman dressed in light armor, bearing the regalia of the Terra Santa Guard.
Alright.
What is going
what
on
are you
here?
doing?
I'm responding
What is
to
going
this
on here?
explosion.
Do I get
Also,
a magic
responding to
resistance
explosion?
check?
If you look back, you can kind of see her. The trees are blocking your vision a little bit now, but go ahead and roll it. She says, I'm responding to this explosion, and I'm honestly not sure. I do know that you need to get out of here.
I'll do that as soon as I've finished responding to this explosion.
I believe that's all you need to do. Or I believe you've done all you need to do.
Well, let you take it from here. I'm
Very good.
start walking off in the other direction. If
All
I
right.
can have, like, I'm looking to see if where her attention is as I'm doing so.
She is just like glaring you down. You can make a notice check if you want. She's just glaring you down, and like she'll follow you all the way to the edge of the copse of trees, which some of which are now lightly burning.
Hmm?
And she's going to. Oh, you did not notice anything. You can roll your
Nice.
fumble 1d100. She
Yeah.
is going to be watching you until you are a certain distance away, and then she's going to start trying to like bat the trees out and like pull off burning branches. She has these big gloves on, like these armored gloves. That is a major failure, not a catastrophic failure.
Okay, so
Jurel,
It's going well.
and also Jurel, unfortunately, Gabriel's resistance check also turns up the same image of this guard woman.
Mhm.
And but yes, once you are just maybe almost out of sight, or at least like 100 feet away, she will start trying to like bat out the burning branches, try to take care of this fire. It doesn't. You're not quite sure if it's gonna go great. The fire is not spreading super fast, but you know perfectly well how well fire can get out of hand.
Yeah. When you said I noticed 2 heat signatures, does that mean the one that was underground was still there?
No, the one that was underground vanished down there and reappeared 30 feet away from you in the near the explosion area.
Okay. Gonna try this anyway because I think it'll be fun. As soon as her attention is off of Omen, she is going to or as soon as she thinks it is, she's gonna have Farron like kind of sneak out from her robes and like back towards the kind of crater.
All right, fly over to the crater. Now, does Farron have any hide? She is a small fire sprite.
I'd imagine not.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, do you want her to go unnoticed, or are you just sort of like sliding her over there?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to have her like noticeable.
Oh, noticeable. Okay.
So
In that case,
do that -30 for the untrained.
yes. But you do get a +20 because you are small.
That's right. So 52.
52. Okay. Let me
62.
roll.
Yeah.
62. All right. Now, are you just like hiding in tree branches and stuff? Maybe trying to hide in a burning tree branch.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Well, as this person is going around trying to put out these fires, uh, Farron flies over and lands upon one of the more smoldering trees, not one that's like openly in flames. You get to watch the woman for just a few seconds before she tears down one branch and stomps it out, and then looks over to the one you're standing in, and her eyes open a little wider. And they center on Farron.
Okay, shit. I cast the fireball through her quickly.
Oh,
And,
jeez.
You have a +40 initiative. I cast an initiative boosting power on you a couple of when the guard appeared.
On Farron specifically,
thank
or
you.
on
On Omen.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
All right. So make your offensive protection with your fireball.
Yeah. Different projection, so I'll use that. It's not
That
as
is a
good.
much smaller projection than usual.
Yeah.
Usually, you're blowing things way out of the water. All right. Well, the fireball hits, disturbing more earth. Unfortunately, you do notice very quickly that she is in the center of the fireball, unharmed. However, she is also shrouded in a very faintly glimmering shield, which you can make a magic appraisal roll
Jesus.
on.
She an Inquisition? Yikes.
I mean, she's in Guardian form, so that'd be weird if she was. But yeah. Either way, time to run.
All right. All right. That's another one where you can't quite reach high enough against her hiding ability to tell what the spell is, but it's a light elemented spell. And you guys are gonna book it.
Yeah.
All right. You run off as fast as you can. Farron has a flight speed of 8.
6. She's a bit
6?
slower.
All right. Well, the moment Farron starts rushing away, you actually see very briefly the woman running after her, but just as she gets to like just the edge of that little grove of trees and sees that you guys are in fact fleeing, she pauses and will slowly back into the woods where you have thoroughly bombed this little garden. That did disturb some more dirt, by the way. You expect the ceiling could not be too far beneath that.
Okay, that went well.
Did it?
Could have gone worse. Let's get back there. Blow up maybe 1-2 more times.
What was that?
That
What was
a
that?
lady.
Hmm.
I don't know who it was. I just know they're trouble. Seemed it.
What made you think there was something underground?
Well, I could sense something down there that was giving off heat.
Hmm.
The ground in a park is a bit weird.
So there's... Huh.
Yes. I really don't want to have to go back there and fight people again, but it does have the strength of 1,000 men.
You're right. Let's go. Let's go back to where the others are.
8.9, man.
Oh, I don't know that.
No.
But my feats of strength is sort of meh, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Feats of strength will help you. However, there are two options. You can do one, which is your favorite option, or at least it is your favorite option in history, and that is punching the stone, which will inevitably tunnel you inward because you can destroy the stone. However,
Right.
that is almost undoubtedly going to cause further crumbling and give you more rubble to punch through.
Okay. Well, no, I was saying because I'm lifting bricks or something for the house so that we
Yes.
can look through it. Apparently.
That is what I was saying. Is that like you could like punch through the rocks, or you could just lift them. I'll bring this
Oh,
back
wait,
there.
actually, I just thought about this. You can give me back fatigue, right?
Yes.
I can what? Spend 5?
Yes. To give
Give you
you...
necessary energy.
It would give you a plus 75.
Yeah. Okay.
But Gabriel's not here right now.
Oh.
So, by the way,
Wait.
and with the stands and Gabriel, they are heading back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now I used 5 fatigue. And I got a 152 for moving bricks. And
Alright.
rubble and shit.
Robo stuff. Is that your that is your feats of strength? Okay. If you are the only one working on this, of which Macklin can spare like 1 or 2 gentlemen to help you, and if you want your other friends to help you, that would be good too. I think that one of you. No, that's Gabriel. Okay, never mind. You can begin moving the rubble at a pretty good pace.
Yeah, it's a very difficult.
Yes, very difficult feat of strength. The most difficult thing about this, though, isn't it wouldn't normally be that you would be lifting tons of rocks, but they'd be lifting one rock individually each time and trying to do that as quickly as you
True.
could. You, however, just sort of
push.
dip your hands into the ground and like force all of the rocks together through sheer strength and just shove them over to the side.
Or I just I grab them and just crush them into tinier bits
Yes,
so that they're not in the way.
they're sand now. All right. You will be able to, within maybe like half an hour's time, open up or push aside enough rocks that you can actually see this sort of passage forming underneath. And the more you do, the more this horrible smell just comes rising into your nostrils from beneath. It's very dark down there. I would like to say briefly before we get there, you two will get back. Omen and Gabriel will get back all right. However, I would like you to tell me the path you will take through the city.
We're definitely avoiding the big red circles.
Yes, the big red circles. Well,
Which
neither. Well, no.
We
Jorl
don't.
knows. Jorl
Joel knows, yeah, okay.
And he can tell Gabriel. Jorl got the general sense of like, don't go south, don't go north. Make a fine line.
Yeah, want to get back quickly, so probably taking the most straightforward path.
Okay.
I'm realizing that splitting familiars when you're is a good way to like do metagaming without doing metagaming.
It is true. If you
Yeah.
keep one familiar with each split party, you all know the same information.
Yeah.
All right. So now here's the thing. It might be a little bit quicker to go through this central plaza. Would you avoid that?
Yes.
Okay. You guys can hang
Yeah,
around.
so
back here.
Omen would try and go that way, and Gabe will like drag off. No, not that way. No.
Okay, good.
She'd say big plazas. It's if there's undead coming right now, that would be pretty good hunting grounds.
No, you're right.
Yes. And as you pass this area right here, you do sort of get a glimpse out, and there are like this is open ground. There's no buildings here, but there are stalls. There's fountains. It's like there's a bunch of seating areas where people in the surrounding area like have restaurants and things. You can see that a lot of them have been turned over, and I would like you guys to make a notice check. Like a lot of the chairs and tables have been turned over, and this notice check will tell you if you see anybody there.
Bunch of notice today.
Lots of notice. Sorry for making you guys notice so much. Perception is important.
I just noticed.
You just-
Hey,
Yeah. So, Omen, as you are glimpsing down there, you do see like that around this area, like toward this sort of like central building here, there actually seems to be a small like number of people gathered. And they all seem to be largely villagers, people of different amount of wealth and standing. But there also seems to be a decently strong guard presence there. That just seems to be somewhere where they're holding or sheltering people while they're figuring out what's going on.
okay. No immediate danger then.
No immediate danger. None that you can see, though it is weird that there seems to have been such a struggle there. And you finally arrive, just as Zemnis is peeling apart the rocks. And I'll go back to the Warhound Inn for just a moment.
Have returned.
Do you say that triumphantly? Okay. Triumphantly returned.
Oh, what happened over there? I say innocently.
I ask, who are you again?
Very funny. But I think I might have found what I was looking for. Guarded by a weird guard lady.
Well, we've found a stinking tunnel.
Tunnel?
Sticky tunnel.
Possible. What could this be?
You will peer through. Zemnis, you will be the first into the tunnel. And now here's something that I'm going to try. I always love using this, but I also have a habit of getting it wrong. What's that?
Oh, never mind. I always
Oh.
forget that potential sometimes just is like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna randomly just say that you crit failed.
Yeah. So Jorul, sorry. So you regenerate all of your fatigue points.
Who? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
All of the fatigue.
All of them. Good.
And by now, also you'll have something else have happened. Sorry, I mentioned this before. But one of the soldiers that Macklin sent off returns to you, and he like his head is very low, and he like murmurs something to Macklin.
That's a weird amount.
That was good. Uh, and you very briefly hear him say, "We found the hole, but there was no way out. You should come look at this at some point before anything bad hits us."
Oh no, he's doing the "you should come and see this" instead of explaining what there was.
No, well,
Mhm.
yes. Macklin sort of looks upset at this himself and says, "There's no way out, but you found the hole. So can you see the outside?" And the gentleman just says, "No. It's like there's another city in there."
Mm,
And
fun.
this furrows Macklin's brow. And he says, "All right. Are you lot heading into the tunnel?"
Uh,
Yes,
may as well. Yep.
All right.
it's
I'll
where
lead.
Yeah.
a tunnel is only has two directions normally. So one of these has got to be where all of the direction where all of the trouble is coming from. That's usually where you want to head when you want to solve it or die.
In that case, I'll stay here and protect the booze.
I was actually going
Why
to say,
not?
Octavia is listening to this and looking around and saying, "Are you going with them? Are you going into that tunnel?"
I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to stay here and drink the booze.
Well, that is your favorite thing to do.
People's lives are at stake.
It is
Not
fine. I
my
would
life.
not wish to put someone against their own will, against something dangerous.
I asked
Okay.
Bandit, do we know where this leads?
You do not just yet. You knew that this building belonged to a dead man and his apprentice, and upon peering inside, the guards say that he was a jeweler.
Jeweler?
Jeweler.
Money?
So now his place is under guard.
Ah.
I was hoping we could sneak in there, but there is this path that you've been digging out slowly, and that leads to something underneath the building that they were not aware of until just now, and
Well,
that has no place in this building.
Well, you guys have fun exploring and possibly dying. I'm gonna stay here.
all right. Well, that means there will only be more of the riches we find for us. After all, whoever did this must have enormous funds to get all of those undead bodies and stitch them up together in such a way, and to test out those metal wires. I can only imagine we'll find we'll find enough riches, more riches than we could spend in all of our lives.
I narrow my eyes suspiciously. Dead bodies are for free. How do I know there's actually money down there?
Well, dead bodies might be for free, but getting people to dig them out of their graves without being caught by the guard isn't. And I can promise you, whoever made that Slayer has the funds to experiment and on with different designs, and I imagine somebody very, very rich is involved in all of this. But it's just an old man's hunch. You shouldn't risk your life over over my intuitions. It's besides, it doesn't change the fact that it's very dangerous. You wouldn't want to go near this. Don't worry. You keep to the safety, and we'll keep to fame and riches. And I'm going to pop into the. I'm going to like head into the tunnel.
Wait. I look over to Tavi and I whisper to her, What do you think? Is he bluffing?
I don't think he's bluffing, but I still think it's stupid.
That never stopped us before from getting riches.
She sort of looks at you with this very level face and just sort of like taps her fingers on her like completely stiffened leg.
Oh, the one time. Are you always
Chill.
going to bring up? Are you always going to bring up the one time?
Well,
And
that one
besides, it's-
time is why I can't go with you.
I know, but I know. I think about. I think about it for. If the entire
A little bit of robot time.
profits, I get 75%. The rest of you get the other 25%.
Oh, deal.
I'll be damned if that happens.
Hmm.
You don't need wealth anyway, says this
You-
strange voice in your chest. This is for the good of people.
The,
Wait,
no,
who says
I
that?
mean,
What? Where?
I need my wealth in order to make sure that I don't fucking die, because I
You-
need to go quite a bit.
you can have my share, Gabriel's share, and Idaret's share. And, like, both of my familiars, like, nod.
That's a nice try. Nice try. Their share is your share anyway.
But they
No,
can't...
balance share too.
Why would they count as... Why
Trying
would...
to part.
They don't count. They don't count as anything.
Why not?
What are they gonna spend? Look
I'm
at the-
offering you
look at-
more money. I'm arguing so that you get a bigger share. What's your...
Well, and I'm arguing that this is a trick because I don't think they get paid at all.
Don't listen to a phone. You get paid.
Yes, you're right. They're not getting paid because you are.
I look over to Bon. What about you? Do I get your share too?
No, I need my money. I would suggest the 60-40.
65-35.
Old man, I'm getting your money, correct?
I'm. Listen, we have to find the money first. We can talk about splitting it later. I'm heading down there, and if you're going to let an old man go in there, head into danger first, you'll be known as some hero. And
Fine,
like,
fine. 60-40, but because I'm going to go in first, I get first choice of whatever we find.
No,
You'd be
my
fools
dark
to go
powers
in
will protect
first.
us all. I'll lead the way.
Jesus.
Everybody
Oh.
tries to cram in.
I'm kind
No,
of casting
Ban,
Fate
can't-
Fire.
I
okay, here's the
and,
thing.
um,
Ban is
I-
actually standing over the tunnel that
He
he
is.
created. He's in
He-
first.
He can hop in first, and then
Okay,
everybody else
okay,
tries to cram in.
okay.
I'm making-
Let's put it this way. Who has danger sense and can sense and notice traps?
True, but what
is
is
making
your
fire in
deal?
her hand and
Gina-
walking towards
And
the
can you
tunnel and
affect
turning.
energy?
Genus rushes ahead of everyone else and hops in first.
by the way, I was playing.
No,
No,
for
as
me.
I said, I'm over the tunnel. You literally
What was
cannot
Kendrick?
get above,
I-
before.
I was playing you all. I don't intend to be first at all. Like, I intend to be in the
know.
back.
Chadrick, I mean,
Good.
It worked.
Zemnis will be first in, but between Omen and Genus, I'm going to ask you guys to roll an initiative to see who gets in first.
Fine.
Let me get the tracker up.
Let me see if I can get my damned character sheet open. Okay.
Okay, that's 110 for stance.
Oh, she beats him. Her minimum is 115, if I remember.
Oh,
Dang it.
okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you pull the
204!
You lift the light. Zemnis turns and enters the room, and almost immediately afterwards, Genus is in, like scrambling around Omen. Omen enters last, third, followed by Jorl and his familiars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the person who's going to be closing is going to be Gabriel.
All right. Closing is good. All right, let me situate you in this little room over here,
My character just needs money so that he doesn't die.
so he
Other
can
than that,
travel.
he doesn't care too much.
Okay.
Seeing Genus rushing before her, Omen is going to extinguish the fire in a palm and be like, "Well, fine. Guess we're not seeing where we're going then."
Uh-oh. All right. That will hurt things a little bit. And Gabriel was bringing up the rear, you said?
Yes.
Gabriel, head
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do I find a stick around somewhere?
In the middle of the city, you don't find any sticks. You can go really quickly and grab one off of one of those trees that were in the park area.
Well, no, it's like, aren't we going into a tunnel that's rubble?
Yes.
So is there a stick in the rubble?
No, it's all building rubble, like stones and dirt and rocks and stuff.
Hey, there's wood used to make buildings back then.
That's
Okay.
true. This would used to make a lot of interiors.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Like
suppose the
I
interior would
pull
have
out
some
a
broken.
torch. I pull
have
out
some
a torch.
broken planks.
I have torches.
Yeah, you actually have torches. Okay, great. I'm really happy because
Hey, look, we don't need omen anymore. We need fire.
Ha!
oh,
Oh.
bad. Okay,
Uh,
so who's this?
Just gonna
girl. Oh,
Sulk.
sad. So, but making sure everybody can see. This is gonna be cheap for Joro, because he's gonna have a lot more vision than everybody else.
Yeah.
By the way, have you? Is there like a map that?
I'm putting all the tokens on the map, like all of you.
Okay.
And making sure that you all have sight, which is important because I'm using dynamic lighting.
Yeah. To be honest, next level I'm gonna probably pick up see supernatural.
And Zemnis has a torch.
Jinnis,
See supernatural at this point is just too good.
you get a temporary plus 40 to your initiative, and like I'll tell you if it gets deactivated. It's visualized by the fact that like when you're moving, there's there's a faint blue halo that seems to like to go ahead of your movements, and then your movements are able to catch up faster than they normally would. And Omen has the same, or you both have plus 40 to your initiative.
Right. Go. I'm thinking that this should work now. If anyone sees nothing, let me know.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. That reminds me. I take out the ring that I filched earlier and look at it.
It is possibly crafted by him. It's monogrammed on the inside, so that'll make selling a little bit lower. However, it is made of copper and accented with gold with a small ruby in it.
Ooh.
So that will fetch you a few good coins.
Cool. What's
Yeah,
the monogram? What's the monogram say on the inside?
The monogram says Elwyn Farley, who was probably the man who just died.
Alrighty, I pocket the ring and continue on.
You guys don't move around too much, but
Sorry.
can everybody see?
Yes.
Hey, quit going over there.
I can see, but I don't think my vision is predicated on my tokens, because when I move Joral around, I don't see better. But,
Well,
it
that's
might be
because the
because of the
light
wall.
is only coming from Zemnis. So where Zemnis moves, the light moves.
okay.
Well, I'm
Run
probably
away!
close
Hey,
behind.
get out of there! Get out of there! Go back! You don't do that.
No, I
Oh.
wasn't even looking. I was just like, run away, make everyone unable to see.
No, that is. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Now everybody can see Zemnis's light, right?
Hey. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I forgot. Zemnis for a moment had a torch that only he could see.
Yeah, nice.
I only see a black screen, but okay.
You might want to like
right
move around to the corner, top
Right corner.
right corner.
I will zoom in.
Yeah,
here.
it's still a blank.
I knew I had somebody who didn't have sight. You were in the exact center. Okay, so 0 and 10. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
I always have a little bit of trouble starting off with these, but I think everybody can see now.
Yep.
Cool bean. The moment you get down here, Zemnis goes in first. You immediately hear the sounds of quiet, like soft scraping and just subtle shifting in the darkness. Hello, phone. Your torch
Yeah, that's
lights up and immediately
come from?
falls upon a desiccated corpse which seems to be clawing at this huge door directly across the entrance point. There's another one to the south that sort of roams, and as the light comes into the room, it turns its face towards you and reaches out its bony arms. And then there is also one just to the northwestern side, this guy right here, who is actually you can see he's vaguely conscious, but he is strapped down to this table.
Gotcha.
Fine, kill the zombie.
Go on.
I have to make a quick adjustment because for some reason I put all of these.
We go on a roll for initiative.
Yes, please roll for initiative. I'll make the
Picking
tracker
up
available
combat.
now. Yep, tracker.
Okay, when I pressed, a 63 popped up, and I was like, my bonus is 90. How the fuck? I was like, what? Oh, I was so worried. I was like, what? What just happened?
Terrible
But-
roll.
No, it's like it's impossible. I was like, what? Unless I fumble.
Oh boy,
yeah.
fire is
So-
going first. So
Oh,
far,
yeah.
anyways.
Yikes.
Alright.
But what's it called?
This genius.
My next level CP is probably just gonna go to see Supernatural. To be honest, because I kind of need to.
Yeah,
See
Because I can
Supernatural
block
is-
it. I can block it. It's just
you can't see
can't
it
really
yet.
see it. So it's basically my body just kind of like it's my key flying around, just blocking the energy.
I think we should talk about that when we actually level up.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I got my initiative. My initiative token up and running.
Oof.
So let's see here. We still need Genus. Where's Genus?
Hmm?
Are you
Other-
gonna roll the D100 to minus it?
Mine was 152.
Okay.
I don't think anyone fumbled.
You did.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
I
apparently,
do not roll an additional 100. I just get negative 125. So these zombies are just like having their own little party down here, and you guys bust in.
So they're just hanging out with the family, having themselves
Yeah.
a good time.
These two.
They might all have the surprised penalty when they have to defend, even if they are damage resistant creatures.
Well, the surprise penalty takes away halves their armor value,
okay.
Sounds good.
which I think you guys punch through a lot of the time, anyways.
Yeah.
So, all right, do we have everyone? We have Omen.
So
we
it's
have-
halved and then -2 for me against
Yes.
cut.
So that will be straight 0 for you, which means
Nice.
that you'll be able to punch. But first of all, it's Omen's turn. What is Omen doing as soon as she enters and sees the light fall upon these sad corpses?
Owen is going to do nothing. She's going to notice this and say, "Well, attack them, my cohorts."
Zemnis?
Cohorts.
I like. I love the fact that like, the thief is like cohorts. We're not your cohorts, except she basically says everyone else is her cohorts. Goddamn.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna just murder both of you because
Anger.
yes.
For
I
no
haven't done-
reason.
Please don't.
other than-
I haven't done anything yet that you don't know about.
Well, yes.
Well, the
that-
anger makes them murder everyone. But Zemnis, what is your roll for your punch?
Roll for my punch. Should I spend fatigue just to get these sorry saps out of here?
If you, I
I
believe.
think I'll spend 2 on either one. So 200 and or no, 2.1 because what's it called? The 2 armor that everyone gets, correct?
2 armor
What?
that everyone gets. Yep, that's the absorption. I generally do absorption on all attacks.
147 damage.
Yep.
Oh, actually, my apologies. That would only be 140 because I'm going to be taking a second attack. My
All right.
apologies.
No, that's fine.
Does that put him down?
140 damage.
Yes.
Not the first one. Do you?
Jesus.
I was gonna say, Kedrick, you do know that aiming at the head is, as in all zombie movies, an excellent choice.
Mhm.
If you wanted to share for something like that.
I already mentioned it with the other Slayer creatures, and so I felt that
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
uh,
Fair enough. Okay.
that would be implied.
All right.
All right, then. I suppose that I would take the negatives, so it's a negative 30 then?
Yes, for the second attack. We can attack with the second one.
Okay.
Wait,
All right.
negative 30. Yep, because you have unarmed, and unarmed is precise. And 160%.
112 with base.
Boom, roll critical.
$179 or $171.
All right. That one, head caves in, falls to the ground. Not even much of a problem.
Yeah, I was hoping to just one-shot each of them, but that's all right.
Now that you're aiming at the head, that might be much. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Genus, what will you do?
So there's the one zombie that died, the other zombie over there, and some guy strapped to a table.
Yes, some poor zombies trapped to a table.
I go over to I go over to the second table right here and sit and watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chill. Make a notice check.
Me?
Yes.
Please fail.
No,
I really
it's
want to
very
see
good.
what this does. Damn it.
Well, you walk over there and you kind of sit on the table and you look down, and as you do, you realize that just beneath your feet is this lightly glowing blue circle. And it
What?
seems to be going a little broader as you sit there.
I quickly jump off off
Okay.
the table.
All right. This is background. Yep. That little blue circle is visible to you guys, is it not?
Yeah. We see
Yes.
it.
Okay, make sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You hop right off. Omen and Idorit can both use magic appraisal and sense the magic coming from it. It's not even hidden. And it will be so. Janice is just gonna chill. All right. Even with that low roll, actually, you could not tell what that is. However, Stans, you sense that this is a spell of necromancy, and that it is in fact a necromatude spell, which is used to heal undead creatures, regrow undead flesh, or generally bind bones and bodies back together with supernatural energy. So, generally, any undead you would place on this, as long as the rune is still powered, may be healed.
Mm.
Is
None of you are undead, right?
Yes, if you're undead. If you're alive, it does nothing.
No, I'm asking.
I withhold my answer.
I guess it's useless.
There's a reason I'm called the undead. No, I'm joking. But
You're not called the undead.
I'm
Right?
called
No,
the unkillable, I thought.
I'm the undead.
Oh, I thought you were the unkillable.
Well,
Well, this
unkillable
changes things.
undead.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke.
Okay. They're the same thing. All right. Now,
So
as you
156.
punch this guy, his face caves in and he slams back against the metal door behind you with a rather loud clang. And almost immediately on the other side, you hear thump, 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 thump. Bam! As something collides with the metal door from the other side. It gives in a little bit and shudders, but these are very, very thick doors, it seems, and it does not quite pierce just yet.
I
That's
really
bad.
wanna slam the door inwards and do the opposite effect, just better. Just-
You need to make a high attack to damage the door, but you can damage the door. Regardless, it is now Gabriel's turn.
Okay, I've already rolled. Ban recovers 2 fatigue points. Ethered is going to accumulate, and she's whispering an incantation under her breath. And Jorel is Jorel is also
The rocket throw?
is also like chanting something. It's the same thing I was chanting in the previous combat. It's just I hadn't written it down. He's chanting those phrases over and over each turn. You roll across the world as the fortunate and the cursed call your name. Divided by your spokes, all possibilities exist. With a turn of your axis, you decide fate, misery, or fame. And then he repeats that.
All right.
Nice.
And that's all for my turns.
In that case, does Jorel have a shield?
Also, actually, that thing should have died.
Yeah. Why
Oh wait,
should it
never
die?
mind. I was thinking the negative 90. No, instead it's
Yeah.
AT's just sorry.
0.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking for a second too. I had forgotten that a while ago.
It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
But does Jorel have a shield on him? Does Jorel have a shield on him or any kind of defense?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna die.
well, we'll see. This first zombie goes tearing over to Ba. No, he can't attack Ban.
Yeah, he can.
He also can't attack Genus
Wait, why can't he?
because Ban has surprised him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But he
So-
would still go to me, so
Yeah, I would say that would be fair. He's still gonna like try. You just sort of like notice him coming and just kind of like step away while he tries to fall over on you. These,
He should be able to attack once it is in initiative.
if
Even-
you are surprised in a turn, it says you are unable to attack your enemy.
Oh.
yeah. Surprise! Initiative.
The enemy that's applies
Basically,
to it. Right?
Anima initiative is broken. So
If you want to check that out, I would be entirely happy.
I'm
However,
gonna do that.
from the darkness just beyond the light of the torch, 2 other desiccated corpses come tearing towards you. Their arms like outreached. One of them is completely sheared off at the elbow, but the other one is clawed and massive.
whoa,
And they're both going to try to maul Jorel.
holy shit!
Could I move Gabriel's shield or onto Joro?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it is true that shielding another person is possible, and you don't get any negatives with compassion. However, it is an active action that must be done on your turn.
Okay.
Of course, your turn has passed.
I do have a question.
Huh?
What is their movement?
5. They run as fast as regular humans.
Then they should not be able to reach that far.
Are you sure regular humans can run?
It's only like 11 meters.
It's meters,
they
not
can-
feet.
If they're running, but they would take heavy negatives, I believe.
They do take a penalty. They do take the movement penalty.
Okay.
Hmm.
I thought you moved them just regularly. I was like, whoa, I can barely, like, I can't do that.
Yeah. No.
11 meters.
That's not passive.
Okay.
Um,
I accumulated enough Xeon with Edared to be able to cast a shield this turn, but I didn't spend any of her actions. Would I be able to just spend the Xeon to cast a shield on? Oh wait, no, wait a second. Joral, Edared does have a shield active. She does.
it was brought back to her.
No,
not
that was Gabriel's.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the perfect shield on Jorel.
Okay. Okay, cool. I was gonna say we could let you swap it over because their turns
Yeah.
have passed, and we're still sort of learning how I do things as a GM. Which,
Yeah.
of course, every GM in Anima tends to have a slightly different opinion on things. So
Yeah.
yes, you may defend these attacks.
Okay, that's my projection is
13 is great.
not the best, but I'm gonna try.
These are second turn attacks from the zombies.
Okay, I block both of them.
Both of them are blocked. Your shield takes enough damage to not blow it up, and then it heals back up.
Yes. How much damage do they do per attack?
40 total.
Okay, so they
20.
need to attack me 6 times or 7 times to destroy the shield. So
You'll need to have 7 zombies on you at once. So don't get surrounded in zombies, and you should be fine.
okay, cool. Jorel is Jorel forgot about the shield for a sec and was like terrified seeing those zombies come in. But fortunately, like they're for anybody who doesn't see magic, it seems like the zombies are just like pushed back by an invisible force.
All right. Very good. And
I'm glad I remembered I had cast that shield previously.
I'm glad too. They probably wouldn't have killed you, but that would have been like 40 damage that you didn't need to take.
Yeah.
All right. And then it will be back to initiative. Everybody's just sitting around while Zemnis punches zombies.
Kinda. Oof.
Oh. Let's say 1, so that's minus 75.
$11. All right, you're not surprised. 1 out of 4.
I should really up my initiative, to be honest. Be
Initiative is
useful.
also great.
Oh, we're rolling new initiatives?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
because the zombies were the last thing to do in the turn. 3. Where's Genus?
By the table.
I mean, what's your initiative?
Oh. Yeah. Hi.
Very high. That's her attack.
That
Oh.
is.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Like that is high. That would be a great attack roll.
Gosh, I can't believe I haven't opened roll.
As far as I know, I still have the...
Plus 40, yes.
Yeah.
I roll 3 initiatives per turn, and I haven't rolled on any initiatives since the beginning.
Jesus,
roll-
I
you roll
just, I
so
just
many
realized something.
Hey, I rolled 244 again. Well,
just
I forgot
realized
to add the
something,
initiative,
Joel.
but yeah. Either way.
Oh,
You
you,
gave initiative
you can add
to
it
the
in the
person.
temporary values on your character sheet so that you don't have to add it every time.
Yeah.
What'd you realize, James?
Jarrell, I just realized something.
Yeah.
You gave initiative to the person who never fucking fights.
Hey, she fights. She's
I-
through fire.
She is thrown 2 attacks, yes, I will admit, but she sat on a necro circle instead of fighting.
Listen, as a thief, she is most likely to have a class that boosts initiative and that would be able
I
to
know.
surprise people.
I
So
know.
it
But
was
still.
a strategic decision, and I stand by it.
Number-wise, yes, but
Surprising
personality-wise-
zombies.
Surprising zombies is not hard. Speaking of which, you've surprised all the zombies.
So how many zombies are left? I count 3 that are able to move around.
3 that are able to move around.
Oh yeah, are they nibbling on Jarrell's ass right now? The 2.
They're
the two?
trying to. You see, like their teeth are like opening, and their mouths are opening and closing, and they're like trying to gnaw at him, but they just kind of like hit this weird wall and smoosh their faces against it. If it wasn't disgusting and horrifying, it would be kind of funny.
Can I sneak past the zombies while they're busy?
Well, you could definitely move past them. They're not like you're not in combat with them right now, so you can run around.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to see. Stupid thing. What's over here?
If you go over there, though, you don't really have any. Do you have night vision?
No.
In that case, unfortunately, you'll be at the end of Zemnis's light, unless you wanted to grab like a wooden plank from above, like you mentioned, and light it.
Wait, is there wood over here?
Uh,
Like, over here?
well, there's all these planks you could carve off of it. What was your point, Zemnis? Oh, does it fight?
Yes.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I take out my dagger and I light one of these things on fire with the spell, the
Oh,
heat spell.
jeez. You're right. Okay, you gotta. Well, I was gonna say that thing is recharged. You gotta hold it again. So, make an attack roll real quick.
Also, I checked the surprise thing, and you were right. If you don't take the minus 90, if you don't take the minus 90 to get somebody to react to one of your actions when they're surprised, you can interrupt one of their actions even after they've rolled their dice. So you are able to just block a single attack from someone when they're surprised, and I did not know that rule, so it's good to know.
Cool beans. And you set this thing on fire. There is a significant amount of metal in the contraption, but there's also a significant amount of wood, and so that catches very quickly. And actually, I'm gonna. The sun is barely filtering through here, so you can glance it off, just standing in the right position.
Yep.
Just enough to make this probably the last time you're going to be able to use that if you venture any deeper, and ignite this torture device. It seems to be something used for strapping the corpses upright, and they seem to be useful for considerably larger creatures than the
You're
ones that are in this
attacking
room.
the torture device?
I'm setting it on fire to light up the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the room is very well lit. There's fire all over that side. Anything else you want to do this turn?
So, do I see anything like over here now that there's the light?
That side of the room seems to be pretty bare, except for the destroyed door, which seems to have been pushed inward. You also can sort of glimpse right down here that there's right here at this bottom, that there's this eerily sleek black stone that sort of makes that completely encircles just the entrance to the hallway.
Yeah, that's a big nope. Anyways, I get the feeling I should be doing something.
Looks around at zombies.
A little bit of help here, please.
What should I be doing?
Guess who's not getting buffs now? Just no.
Oh yeah, I put. Oh yeah, I should. Oh yeah, I put away I put away the one dagger, and I take out the other dagger.
Other dagger.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this zombie in the brain.
Okay, stab that zombie in the brain. You gotta take a negative 30 to your attack.
Why?
Because
Precision.
brain stabbing
To the head.
is you have to aim.
Fine. Okay, so just roll the dagger.
Yep, the dagger is sadly at +0 for the moment.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's initiative.
Damn it.
Oh, rip.
That would have been a really nice attack roll.
That would have been able to shank someone.
Meh.
That's
I didn't modify it, by the way, so.
all right.
Oh,
So that'll be 91.
You
Yeah.
do sink your dagger kind of cleanly into one zombie's head. Unfortunately, you seem to have missed the primary part of the brain that you'd be looking for, so you only deal damage to it.
Not quite right. I'm gonna have to move the dagger around inside its head next turn.
Yes, you can do plenty of that.
Mm-hmm.
So next turn will be Gabriel. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped Gabriel, but Gabriel is here.
Can you hear me again?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, somebody's about to
wait.
regenerate a lot of fatigue points.
Can you use that after I go?
Yes,
or no?
I can delay that.
You can.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Okay, 243. Oh, that is going
That's
to
a
be
lot of fatigue.
good because that boosts it to actually 280. So you would be recovering wait, Hold on one second. 243 boosts it to 280 automatically. So yeah, you would recover 6 fatigue points after.
6?
Yes.
Okay.
So use all the fatigue points you can.
Actually, literally. Well, if I use...
It is your
No,
turn.
yeah. If I use 4, then I'll go down to 12, which would mean that I would be 1 less. But I am going to punch the zombie in the face.
Negative 30.
30 plus additional attacks, so negative 40 together.
You do
So
not surprise
22.
it, so this time they have a single point of armor, which is 220% damage.
Oh, minus 280, I believe?
Yes.
Did you count that? Okay. My 210, is it? Or how much? No, 220.
220.
220%, yeah.
Mhm.
So 154 damage.
To the head, critical roll.
Oof.
Whoa! 40. Okay. And I do believe that is another downed zombie. Yes, definitely so.
Then gonna walk over here and slam this one in the head.
GM?
Yes. Yes.
Just stop me if I'm doing way too much research on this, but those circles of powers that do they count as artifacts?
They do.
Oh, awesome!
And you do the research. You are literally the research guy.
Yeah. Could I ask just real quick so that I can do all of the math? How many life points do the circles regenerate for the zombies before they need to be replenished?
You don't kill that zombie. You do deal damage to it, though.
I deal
believe-
98 damage, and it's at a -9 all action penalty.
I don't remember the exact Xeon amounts, but it's essentially Necromitude at base level 3 times.
Necromitude at base level 3 times. Thank you very much.
All right. So, not quite dead, but one of them is, and one of them is wounded and has taken.
Both of the ones that are alive are wounded,
Okay. Yes.
so
Yeah,
they
'cause
are
one
put on the defensive. Or are they damage resistant?
Damage resistant ones don't do that unless you critically hit them, which even if you didn't do critical damage, you did. So this one on the right is on the defensive.
Nice.
All right. Next will be Jorah.
Still chanting the same thing.
Okay.
But also backing away so that the shield can actually cover both me and Idarid.
Okay.
So I will receive double damage on the shield if I'm being protected by it.
This zombie would technically be able to take a swat at you as you walk away, but he's going to go for Genus.
Okay. And
Anything from Idrin?
accumulating as well. Still
Okay.
accumulating. So like basically like Idarid is on standby until somebody gets hurt, and then she'll heal that person.
All right.
Fair enough.
In that case,
Whenever, if you do accumulate and then stop accumulating, you do gain it all back except for 10.
Yeah. I remember.
very good.
All right.
Another little zombie throws a measly attack at Genus.
I'm going to dodge that. Do I get any negative modifiers for dodging while still holding on to my dagger that's still beside its head?
No.
No?
Cool.
The dagger inside the head thing is admittedly now flavor text, but it's not going to affect you negatively. So 244. If you had another attack this turn, you could really deal some damage. However, that zombie flailing at you, you just dance around it, slowly turning the blade as you do.
Yep.
Is punctuated by this zombie in the back getting slightly louder, and a small cloud of dust arising from the door as you hear that horrible giant monster slamming into it, and then other smaller sounds hitting the door. You can vaguely hear the sound of voice, like strangled moans and voices behind it, as more bodies seem to push themselves against the door.
That's going to be a problem soon.
We have
We should
a
probably-
nuker.
We should probably do something. And by we, I mean you, and by you, I mean Bon.
Fine. Earthquake. No.
You just collapse the entire thing on the zombies. You'd probably live. Everybody else might not.
I
You
would.
probably live.
Except I need this man alive.
Yeah, you do need Jurl. Jurl also might live. He is
True. Shield.
And last is
And
Omen.
that's the only thing I care about.
There is Omen. Okay. He is going to cast create fire like at basic on zombie.
Alright. Create fire on a zombie.
Make intensity.
Alright. Roll your projection. How many intensities? Come on, just a little fire. Are you using this as an innate spell?
I am.
Okay. Well, for using create fire as an attack, it's half projection. However, it is fire on a zombie, and that's 5 damage. You deal 50% of 5 damage, which is 2. Not 50. That's 3, 70, 140%, so 70% of 5 damage. Which, if I'm...
3 damage.
3 damage, and then you roll 1d100 plus 3 to see how on fire it becomes.
Roll high.
Yeah!
Yes! 7 on fire! I don't even think most of you notice. You just think like maybe a cinder has fallen off of the burning torture device to your side and lands on the zombie.
Nice.
But you do deal 3 damage to the zombie. With no
Start a
Xeon
fire,
expenditure.
start a fire, start
While
a fire.
Omen's, while Omen's arm is outstretched to do that, the Paladin is going to out of that and like move towards the on fire torture rack. I can add that to initiative.
I see.
Alright.
See,
and-
Thief does useful things.
Yeah.
Flaming torch, or flaming rack. Now will be another initiative. Is that a cat?
There's a cat.
I wish I could show
Kitty!
you my cat. My cat's a
What?
jerk.
There's mine.
Used to have mean cat.
Initiative, so
Yeah.
let's see. If I still add 40 to that, I'll have a...
I'm going to leave the initiative bonus on you forever because you are going to be one of the people. You're going to be the person who's going to be using them, who's going to benefit from from that bonus most. So just like
Don't
assume that
don't
it's
give it to
on.
Tang.
Okay, so 40 plus 178, so that's 218 initiative.
218, that's pretty good.
What do
um,
you have for daggers? What is your never mind. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how to add a modifier to my initiative. Hang on. Oh, armor, spec, class. Oh, I have no armor. Or specs.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be doing that soon.
Armor will be good. However, once again, you are
Jor-
first. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, never mind. I'll type it in chat. Jarrell, read chat.
Once again, Genus goes first, and once again, she surprises this zombie.
Okay, so what's the attack for like for like twisting my knife around to see it to like find the spot? Like,
I would give
nope,
you another
nope,
attack on the
nope,
head.
nope.
So
At
another attack at -30.
okay.
Yes,
Do the thing.
I can do that. That is within my
Wait,
power.
what?
Woo! Okay, so you heal the zombie for
What?
She put -30 inside of the fatigue.
Yeah. You. Whatever you
Can I
put.
roll my attack again?
Whatever you
Your,
put in
Your attack
your.
was 90 though.
Yeah, whatever you put inside of the fatigue modifier when you're doing something is multiplied by 15. So you needed to put it on the window when it said modifier, not when it said fatigue, because it just assumed that you were spending a negative amount of fatigue and it multiplied that by 15. That's why you got like this huge penalty.
Well, that explains
That'd
why
be
the thing happened twice.
That'd be
There
a
we go.
strange system though. Like you spend negative fatigue to get back fatigue.
and then heal your enemies. All right, so that's a little bit better. That is with the -32. So
Yeah,
that
that's with the
is,
-30. Yeah.
110%, which is 33, which is a critical hit. Roll 1d with 100 plus 33.
Roll 1d 100 plus what?
33.
Aww.
Oh, you do deal
Fucking
damage,
zombie.
but the zombie's got a really his brain is very already like decayed, and you just can't find the spot that's still working.
Damn it.
And now your blade is also really gross and covered in brains. Iterid's turn.
I delay my. I delay my turn until Ban asks me to grant him supernatural vision.
All right.
Yes. A band doesn't really know that he can't see it. He just kind of auto blocks it by accident.
So like okay, so what did Edarid spot like Ban like blocking a spell or something? Jim?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking him that. What'd you ask?
I was asking if Edarid spotted Ban blocking a spell or something supernatural.
He has not done that yet. He has, but to your knowledge, he has not been the subject of a spell attack either.
Okay. I'm accumulating. That's all I do this turn.
All right.
133 to this zombie in the head.
133. That'll be some critical. Please do a 1d100 plus 133.
134.
134. But that is enough to deal critical damage to the head and destroy the zombie.
Yay.
Actually-
now this.
Oh shoot, that wouldn't have been enough. I forget that I haven't been forgetting that generally half of the critical damage is reduced because they are damage-resistant creatures, but you've been able to do enough anyways. So is that your other attack?
119.
All right, make your roll for that plus 1d100.
Sorry. $149.
All right, down and down.
And you regenerate 2 points of fatigue.
Thank you.
And anything from Gabriel?
Yes, he regenerates 2 points of fatigue.
Oh, anything. Sorry. Anything from Omen or Jorl?
Jorl is still incanting, and yeah, I don't know about Omen.
Omen.
Yeah, hi. Farron would actually go before her because she's still not on the tracker.
Okay. I'll move Farron back onto the field and on the tracker. I didn't know Farron was out on the field yet.
Yeah, I did mention she appeared over near the vac.
Gotcha. Yes.
Who? Yeah, that's fine. She is going to move the fire that's on there, or like up to I think 6 intensities.
Yes. She has control over fire innately, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
She does need to use a projection to do that. So, projection, right?
Yes. Wait, no, you cannot. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think so, but
Only for accumulation.
yeah. All right. Half of this then.
All right, just half of that. That's 70% of 30.
All right. Sorry, one sec.
So 40% of 30, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, 12.
12 damage. You can roll 1d100 plus 12 to see how much more
Knock.
fire it is.
Magical.
All right.
I'm on cat problems.
Yes, you are. No fire. It is immune to fire for this turn.
Oh,
However,
I thought this one was down. You said that one was down
Yes.
as well. Okay.
Oh, they're
well,
both.
this one, it was not. It was just barely shy of having enough critical damage on it to deal critical damage. I messed up. I did say that. However, that zombie is critically hit and not moving this turn.
Okay.
And now it's on fire. Just a little. However, it is also the least of your worries.
I know that.
Omen is also going to use create fire again.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Half of that.
Yeah, 112.
So it's 60% damage.
3 again. 199 swing.
Just been slowly adding layers
Just
to
tiny
the
bits
fire.
of fire.
Every turn.
Fireball. Pew, pew.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. No,
Told
you
you.
guys.
Told you
That's
that was
why-
going to be a problem.
Yeah. No, I knew that. That's why
A
I figured that
massive-
you were getting near the fire, that you could just
One-
launch at them.
One massive arm tears its way through the door, pulling the metal aside. And through it, though the being itself that is doing the tearing cannot get through, numerous other zombies can dash into the room.
Okay, Bach, fuck those things up.
They're all going to take penalties for moving, but there are a lot of them.
Oh, don't get fucked up.
Wait, you surprised them.
Jinnis? Oh yeah, they can't. Jinnis, I'm gonna let you make a passive movement check just to make this less awkward, and just run wherever you want in this room, pretty much.
Yeah, you basically you're so much faster with your initiative that you cancel out all of their attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also,
Like-
you're in the middle of a wall.
Oh, jeez.
little to the north.
Ugh.
That's also a wall.
Eh.
Yeah.
Is that a wall?
No, that's not. That's good.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, meat shields. Meat
shields.
shields, go!
Now I am going to be using the group combat for this, so I'm not going to be rolling for all of these zombies. I'm sure you'll be happy to know that.
Yeah.
So happy. I'm thrilled.
But that does mean that everyone except for Jinnis, who is adjacent to a zombie this turn, will receive an attack. Where did I put that Slayer? I totally moved him and I shouldn't have. Oh well. While we're looking for the Slayer, everybody roll your defensive checks.
I'm gonna dodge. I don't really need to, do I? Yeah, I'll dodge.
Wait.
Cartwheel out of the way.
Cartwheel.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, I thought not,
can't
but
attack
still.
That's just what you do. Like, do a somersault off of that table over there and land in the corner.
By
Yep.
the way, did you guys know that you can actually use acrobatics instead of dodge?
I
I
think
think my
that's in
di-
certain situations.
Yeah. Plus, my dodge is higher.
Well, yes, for now. But like for most characters, I believe that you can get dodge or acrobatics way up. No,
Universally
it's
use it instead of
the
dodging.
the only problem about it is you need to beat their check by 40, which is kind of the only thing about it. Like that's the only
Yeah.
negative about it. But if you beat them by 100, then you place yourself on you're basically flanking them. Then you consider flanking them.
All right. Two Jurls familiars. Neither of them penetrate. To Zemnis himself.
What's the damage that they do? Because my shield is protecting two people, and each of them is receiving an attack. So I need to know the damage that the mass is doing times 4 to see if it breaks my shield.
All right. In that case, you will take 30 damage twice and then multiplied by 2. So just 120 damage.
The shield holds.
The shield holds.
Yay.
They need to surround you more. And for Ben, zombies have.
If he rolls 60 or higher, then he beat me.
Yeah, you're open rolling.
Yes, the zombies want to eat Ben. 61.
All
Ben's
right.
already had his turn, but oh no, wait, he still has the 20. Does he keep that 20?
What?
Oh no, yeah. They get one above you. They deal no damage. They just maul you a little. They gnaw on you and make your robes kind of soggy. No one else is adjacent to one, correct?
No.
All right. In that case, it will be the end of that turn.
Okay, new initiative.
New initiatives. You are now in a room with a butt ton of zombies. This one back here desperately wants to be freed. Zemnis is mad.
So I got 118. 218.
218. Oh, yeah. That's what you got last time, I think.
No, 214.
Oh.
Close.
Aha, I found the Slayer. He was hiding there.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Typical.
Who was that?
Typical
Oh,
old
Was
man.
that Jorl?
It's
Not that
okay.
he-
I'm not the one. Joel isn't the one rolling for the defenses. Joel is just muttering and waiting to use my power if things get really dicey. Which I think things are still okay. Nobody took damage, right? So far.
Nobody has taken damage yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why am I rolling multiples? It sounded like I was rolling a lot. Oh, it's because I'm also in here as a player. All right, everybody has rolled, I believe. Everybody's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, in that case, Ban is first, and he has surprise on zombies and Slayer alike.
Yeah. Awesome. Give me 1 second. I have to find a Rochi blood. Because I'm going to be doing the sacrifice HP thing
Yes.
for a few turns.
By the way, the blood of anger thing, not the blood of violence, the next one, the one that you like to do, it says that it just increases the life lost by blood of violence to 5 from 2. So I do believe it is still sacrifice.
Ah, I see. Okay. Interesting.
Not that you need to worry too much if you hit 0.
Yeah, no doubt. But okay, then I will not do Blood of Violence because I don't want to take more negative HP. So because of that, then I am at, and it heals how much per day?
10.
Oh, can you check on because this token isn't the same as the one.
Yep, I was just looking at that. Your other token has 130 life points.
So I only took.
I was hoping that making that your base token would.
Cool. I only take I have 10 sacrifice damage.
All right.
So.
What will Xemnas? You can punch them as a group now.
Yep. And aiming for the face will do the same thing.
All right. Yes.
Do they take multiple attack penalties, out of curiosity?
They do not. They can attack.
That's right. No.
But they can only attack everyone once.
Ugh, I rolled like shit on that one.
That one was not so good. What are your totals? Give me the minus 30 to both of those. So
30 to both of those.
200 and then 120.
Yep. So 224 critical damage.
Yep.
Aiming at the face. So 314 critical.
314 hot tamale. Okay, do the damage for your other one.
My apologies. I merged them.
Oh, well, the damage of they would both do critical damage independently.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. So 140. So 140 for the first one.
Yes.
And then 197, not bad. $84 for the second one. So 154 and 197. My apologies.
That's all right. All right, and those are the critical amounts?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. So for the first one, just the first one.
150 difference. Exactly.
Yes. Your fist goes straight through the head of the first one and nails the second one as well. And for the first attack, you do take down 2 zombies.
Okay.
If I can give them X's. And your second attack, though, only damages 1.
Okay.
Bam. And is that the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I dealt more damage.
Did you?
Remember? Their AT is cut by half because surprise. So they have 0 AT.
Okay. That would only have given you 10% more damage, but yes.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
A little more.
It's whatever. It's negligent.
For now it is. And next would then be Jinnis. You are now up to your ankles in zombies.
Okay. So Green Lady is solid, right?
Green Lady, I believe, is solid, yes.
Okay.
Kendrick?
I do a front flip to land on her shoulders, and I use both my daggers to stab into the head of this zombie on both
I'm
sides.
gonna have to ask you to make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I know.
Also, if I could make a suggestion, you can make an area attack to multiply your damage when you're fighting a horde like this. By hitting multiple zombies. So if you you take a small penalty to your attack, but in exchange you get a multiplier for the damage that you're dealing. So
I forgot you can do that with any weapon.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
yes, but
In that case,
small weapons like daggers and hand-to-hand combat only allow you to hit 3 enemies, which will multiply your damage by 3.
Of course, there is
yeah,
that special
but-
thing. If you remember what I mentioned to you, Miss Haro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I jump onto here
Okay.
with an acrobatics check, right?
Yep, acrobatics. Your movement value and jump will allow you to get there without rolling that, but acrobatics to see how well you land amid all the
Okay.
grasping hands.
Okay, I'll spend 2 fatigue points to help modify it.
Okay.
Oh, good thing I did.
144. Yep, that's pretty good. You can cycle over there.
Woo! Front flip onto here. Okay, and then since I already have my moon dagger out, I'm gonna use its effect.
All right. Make your attack with a lesser penalty than you would normally make. I'll find that penalty right now.
Okay.
All right. The penalty is.
Huh?
How many times can you use that special attack?
This is a different special effect than the other one.
Yeah, sun dagger,
Your
moon
special
dagger.
attack?
Yeah, no. Repeat what you said, Avel. You faded out on me.
I was going to find exactly what that does. All right. So you take only a negative 20 to this attack for area attacking, and you hit 5 individuals.
I'll use this fatigue. I'll submit a fatigue point and minus 20, right?
Yes.
200.
Okay.
200
You
attack,
open
and that's an
roll.
open roll. Roll again.
Roll again.
Yes.
Okay.
You
Attack, right?
surprise them. You are surprising them. Yes.
Yep.
No fatigue and minus
Well-
20, right?
Well, this roll is just a 1d100 roll that you are adding to your 200 because you open
Yeah.
it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Roll 1d100 plus 200, right?
Yep. Sounds good to me. 250. And you
what-
did the negative 20 for that too, so that's 250.
Oh, no, Oh,
It's
no,
in
I
your
didn't.
it's in
Yeah,
your
you did.
calculation up there.
You did.
okay. Yeah.
So how much does she do?
She does. It's plus 0 right now, so you surprise them, so that's minus 30 to that, so 220. But
Okay.
because you hit 5 of them, you multiply the final damage by 4.
What is your base damage?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Where do I find base damage? Because this is the first time I've actually done something.
It is not in your sheet just yet. However, the base damage of your weapon right now is 30 because it is sadly still around in the day.
Oops, sorry. That was wrong one.
330 damage.
So 330 damage, yeah.
300 and that is a pretty nice strike.
That's what happens when you have weapon artifacts.
Yes. And when you have area attack weapon artifacts. If it was nighttime, that would have been terrifying.
Yeah.
It works better in the moon.
Can I speak out of turn?
Go ahead.
I'm going to turn to Omen and say, if I protect, I'm going to cast a shield on Omen to protect her, and the shield that I have on. That's Idarid speaking, and the shield that I have on Jorel will block anything coming towards you, because it will be in the way. I think you should just burn this whole room without worrying about hitting anybody inside of it, and I'll be protecting Omen.
Alright.
And Ban
you
is
sure?
unkillable. Yes, Ban is called the unkillable. Let's just do it. But wait on my initiative until I cast the shield on.
Do it right now.
wait till I protect Genus. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be waiting.
Baron's turn.
Yeah. Okay. Farron is.
Is she gonna wait too? 'Cause she can act separately and do her own thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
double fireball. Double fireball.
Yeah,
That would be
I
a lot
mean,
of fire.
that would be a lot of fire.
I
And
could like
potential angry
cast
boy.
through her, but like if I'm just make a big one anyway, then it's just quicker to do it myself. So Farron's going to go back and hide.
Fair enough.
And Omen is waiting for.
All right. Gabe, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. It has to be your turn on the next turn, or Gabriel and Idrit's turn now, and now you cast the shield.
Okay, so hold on. Actually, no, wait. Gabriel is going to do the usual and cast and try to regenerate somebody's fatigue. So just give me a sec. Who is missing fatigue right now?
I'm missing 9.
I used 2.
You used 3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
Okay, and
I'm missing 9.
is anybody has anybody spent more? Ban, how much did you spend?
9.
Okay, so I'm gonna be regenerating you.
And doing math behind the scenes, Haru actually cut up one on the left.
Ooh.
Fatigue, everybody.
224. Let's do this.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Another
Okay.
roll.
Well, that's just straight Zen, so we don't need to do anything else.
You recover all fatigue.
All
Nice.
fatigue.
Yay!
Okay.
Also, he would still need to roll 120 to get Zen, but 10 does
No,
cover me
I
entirely.
automatic.
So it goes
Oh,
automatically
that's
up for
right.
1.
When I'm casting it on other people, and since Gabriel is a support, she doesn't usually cast anything on herself.
Got it.
Next version pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best support.
Thanks.
And Idarid is going to cast a. I didn't finish writing up the incantation for this for the shield. But she's going to cast a shield on Genus. Genus, it's actually going to be a permanent shield that I can just maintain, and you don't have to worry about defending as much anymore. We can talk about the details of what you can do when you're not defending later. It can give you big bonuses to attack. But yeah, you're protected.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's another 200 points of Xeon for me to spend, which means I'm almost out.
Ooh, that's bad.
No, it's not. Because basically now I have activated most of the spells that I'm going to be activating for people anyways. So it's just about so I'll just be like defending people and stuff like this without needing to do anything else.
Also, are you gonna make me able to see
No.
natural?
No, I don't. No, I don't have. I have no indication that you need it,
fair enough.
and I don't have enough Xeon to do it either.
Fair
Okay, so Genus, you are now you're now protected.
Which means that Omen can make your action that you were saving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to mutter under breath, here goes nothing. And much louder than that, creatures of the underworld, back to the nether, tell your creature you meet that Omen sent you.
I'm pretty sure you
Oh.
hit the whole room.
It is.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
casting at intermediate fatigue for that.
What's the range?
Yeah.
What's the range?
So just casting into 25-meter area.
Okay.
So it does. Oh my gosh! You can't see what's in that room, but I think that's funny. Go ahead.
Gosh, okay. Yeah, gonna cast it in the center of these guys then, or like, yeah.
I'll reach further.
And yeah, gonna hope projection doesn't fumble.
All right, here we go. Or that you don't open roll and kill everyone. All right, that is 204. Everybody must make your defenses against it, right?
You could have me cast a single projection for all three of the people I'm protecting, or I could cast multiple, or I could roll multiple times. Since I didn't roll so well, I'd be okay with that.
Multiple times seems fairer, but
I was gonna let you roll multiple times.
Okay.
That's what I was sort of. If you can do it like quickly and it's not gonna be really hard.
Yeah, of course.
So okay,
So
Zemnis. Now Zemnis, you are blocking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any armor against heat?
I do not. I have no armor.
But you can block energy.
Yes.
Okay, how much damage is that? Is that fireball?
I would take 20% of the fireball.
Well, you're trying to block a ranged attack is the thing.
Yes.
Fireballs count as ranged attacks.
It's more so I'm trying to block the wave that's coming at me.
Yes.
It's not being fired at me.
oh,
The spell counts as being fired at you. I mean, it's literally fired at you. Ha 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 ha.
what's the percentage of what's the damage do stands?
Okay.
100.
100. Okay, so I take 50 and 40, and I fully protect Jinnis.
Well,
Yay!
I do give you that plus 20 absorption. So for the first one, you take 20, and for the second one, you take
30.
Yes. Now, Bon, unfortunately, gets a little bit more fire. You will take 100 damage.
It's okay. He's unkillable.
He is unkillable. Now, here's the bad thing about this whole idea. Is that when Bon takes a critical, he has to go into super rage mode.
I don't necessarily have to, but
Well, you have to make your resistance or go into rage mode.
But the only one that has to worry is Omen, considering she's the one who did it.
Yeah, she's. At least she
it's
has
safe.
a shield now. At least she has a shield this time.
You're safe.
You're safe. Okay. So Bon, please also roll a 1d100 plus 100 for Bon's critical, while I calculate the damage done to these poor
I'll
defenseless zombies.
I'll calculate how the multiplier. How many zombies get hit?
How many
All of
zombies?
them.
Oh,
Yeah, how many zombies are hit?
there are 12 zombies. There are 13 zombies in the group right now, so that's
Okay.
all of them. So that's multiplied by 5.
Correct. Yeah.
Against fire, they have 50, so it's 150%. 150 times 5.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
You are fine.
Awesome.
Oh wait, no, he open rolled a critical. Okay. You take
Dang.
50, which will recover at 5 a turn until you hit negative 25 and then be around for a little while. You have a dog! Man, everybody here has animals, and I saw your dog too, Haru.
Oh yeah, he's the one of the two. He's a 1-year-old German Shepherd.
Nice.
Well, that fire damage heals over the group, which will completely destroy. Let's see, after that amount add their HP.
Janice looks thoughtful. Does anyone else want to get roasted chicken later?
I'm seeing something.
All right.
Strange.
Boom.
Weird. Does all action penalty? Oh, I know why.
Boom.
So
Also,
actually, I should be rolling it at this.
let me think here.
7.
The Slayer also gets hit, though its arm is in the doorway. Sorry, go ahead.
49. So I have a 60% chance of coming after you. Okay.
You already rolled your willpower.
Yes, however, that's not taking into account the what's called the all action penalty.
Well, the all-action penalty occurs after the hit. So
Oh,
now,
does it? Okay.
yes, now if you get hit critical again, then you're gonna roll with that penalty, and that's not gonna be good.
Yeah. Especially since it deals sacrifice damage, which sucks.
Yes, it does.
Is there any way to up sacrifice damage HP or life gain, or
Sadly,
no?
there's no way in the game to recover it faster, which makes it really uncomfortable.
Doesn't magic healing allow to recover sacrifice damage?
Sacrifice damage, from what I remember and from what it says, I think in key, is that it cannot be healed in any way other than naturally.
I think.
However, that is the combination of Itered, Gabriel, and Omen's turn. Whoever drew this fire, you can draw it on all operating tables as well.
Yay!
I got you. Oh, and I assume that the this fire guy would be dead as well.
He's not dead. He's actually my health counter for the whole horde, so don't touch him. But he is on fire and on that table right now. All right, though. That decimating meaning taking out 1/10 of the amount of a number of enemies, the zombies. There are only a few left, and they have to clamber over their brothers to get to you.
Wouldn't they catch on fire too?
They are all on fire. I would like you to make just a D100, and I'll sort of spread the fire evenly.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, Owen.
Oof.
That's pretty good for being on fire, though. Finally, we have some things that are like a group of enemies that are all burning zombies charging at you, trying to take you out.
Are they all on fire?
The vast majority of them are.
That's super nice.
They are going to be taking fire damage at the beginning of their turn, which is right now.
I love that my plan was just like, blow it all up, I'll protect people.
Except for me.
Except for, forget that guy.
Yeah, I can take damage. It's just a dangerous thing to do.
Yes.
Especially now that I realize that sacrifice HP. Just like that. Yikes.
All right. It will be initiative one more time. Hopefully one more time. If you do another fireball like that anyways.
Also, just...
You cut out?
Yeah, I just realized something. I think, Jim, would you allow me to have moved the shield that was on Gabriel to Idared or to Joral and to protect him? I have a better projection, but I will still take the damage that was involved because otherwise the shields might have risked breaking from the fireball.
All right.
I should have anticipated that. I think Gabriel would have on her turn after.
Well, you made the plan, so that would
Yeah.
make sense that you swap the shield.
All right.
Yes, but does that mean that the shield would not have broken?
Yes, the shield would.
Because you're using another shield.
Yes, I'm using another shield to avoid taking 4 times the damage.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense. That would have shattered the shield.
Alright.
In that case, the flaming zombies still have their attack. However, it is diminished now that there are only 8 of them.
Nice.
Also, I really hope that didn't destroy the artifacts.
Surprisingly, well, you did create that huge explosion, but oddly enough, while you did set fire to all of the wooden objects, this place seems to be made of sturdier stuff. There are no stones falling out of the ceiling. The only hole is the one that the zombies apparently made getting out of here.
This video was sponsored by the...
What?
Hello. Let's see. 50. Okay. Everybody who is in contact, so Zemnis, Jorel, Omen, Itered, and Genus. Genus, did you surprise them this time?
I don't know, did I?
You did not this time. Surprisingly.
Nah.
Okay.
That is for Zemnis.
Okay, so we need to roll defenses. Genus, do you want me to roll defenses for you?
Sure.
Okay. If real quick, since I thought combat would be over after the fireball and it won't be, you have the option of going full attack when you are when somebody is shielding you. This gives you a plus 30 to all of your attack rolls. But in exchange you can't defend. But since I'm protecting you with a shield, it's just going to be a plus 30 to your attack at all times, as long as I have a shield on you.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. So it's so I'm a support both defensively and offensively with just one spell. Okay. So. No. Yes. Actually.
Oof. Also, I am counterattacking. I rolled one. Shit.
Oh, sorry. This is actually still the last turn. You've already been hit that turn, but you can reroll your next one.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And have you rolled one for not Itered, Gabriel? No, Gabriel's not even in range.
Yeah. Gabriel is not in range.
You were okay then.
Yeah. So no. Okay. None of the people I'm protecting get hit.
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
No one gets hit.
Cool. Remind me how much damage this does.
All of them do 30 damage. So every attack on somebody does 30 damage.
All right. I think they get an attack a bonus to damage for being a horde.
They do. It's 50%, and their base is 20.
Oh, okay. Their attacks suck.
They're just zombies with flailing hands.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that is going to be another 30 life points off of this shield. Okay. It's Jorel's turn.
I'm seeing. Has everybody rolled initiative already?
I believe
Yeah, Jorel is last initiative. If he has something he wants.
We are 10 minutes away from the end. I'm considering having Jorel finish this combat.
This flaming zombie just comes in from the other room.
Yeah, just do that, please.
I sense James is fatigued.
Actually, no, it's not a dire situation. The situation is not dire enough to justify me using this power. It's way too expensive. Jorel is still going to be incantation.
Mysterious with his capacity.
Yeah, basically.
Well, that's all right. We will go into the next turn. If you want, though, since this combat has droned on a little bit, we can call it here and pick up next time when we're a little bit more energetic.
Will it take longer than 10 minutes to finish?
I don't know if it will or not. I don't think it will.
What?
I don't think it will if you want to hit it
It will
hard.
take longer than 10 minutes to finish, but like if you want to call it, then I'm
Yeah, I suggest we do the experience points and call it a day for today.
All right.
Okay.
Call it a day,
Okey-dokey.
night.
Next turn, this gentleman will come in along with that flaming zombie, and we will resume.
Boy.
Dun dun dun.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and you have finally entered the zombie pits.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
And set everything in my first room on fire.
I'm terrified that this is the first room because I'm already so low on mana.
Mm-hmm.
I was anticipating, and with it's sort of the same zombie feel of a lot of zombie games. I was sort of wondering if you would attack or avoid, and I'm not disappointed. You attacked, and you have decimated quite a few zombies.
Also, I'm sorry if this is going to. Actually, no. Okay, so when this adventure is over, I'm gonna come back to those rooms and spend the time to recalibrate those the magic circles into artifacts that are going to benefit all of us. But that is going to take a couple of hours for each artifact that I recalibrate, and people are dying above ground right now, so I'll wait to do that. It's going to be good.
That's write it on your things to do list.
Yes, I've already calculated like all of the modifiers and everything that it's going to do, and I think I'm going to recalibrate both of those magic circles to give magical bonuses to Omen and maybe Idarid. Maybe I'll do something else with the other one. We'll see.
Yes, and who knows what else you will.
You cut off. What did you say?
Oh, I said, who knows what else you'll find for them just beyond the door.
Yay! That was a.
I like that Stan's is slowly drifting away.
Bye.
Play roundabout by yes, like at the end of JoJo.
Yeah, that was a really fun game. I think we work really well as a team, and we bounce off of each other's ideas, both in roleplay and in combat. Where we're like, since we have like different powers, we're able to like have very different strategies. And,
I was
like,
saying that. Oh,
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I was saying that to James like yesterday or the last time, was that this is like the most cohesive group I've ever seen in terms of like what you can do. Like, obviously, Gerald just buffs everybody. Zemnis is unkillable, and then we have our the person who makes all the money and the person who blows everything up.
Yep. Like we have the support, the thief, the fighter, and the pyromancer.
The pyro.
The crowd
Explosions.
the crowd control.
The demolitionist.
Yeah.
She makes me. Omen reminds me of Black Mage from 8-Bit Theater.
8-Bit Theater.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, who remembers that? Who remembers that old ass reference?
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.